Check this out. 1, 2, 3, in the place to be.
Let it rock, rock, rock. That feeling. My calculations are correct. You think it should be making its way to the volume button? Go ahead, go ahead. Don't worry, I'm gonna do what I'm supposed to do. Well, all right. I am not on.
Yes, sir. We are coming along, man. We're moving.
What is up, people? This is episode 14 of the Smoke Pit, coming at you on this beautiful Friday evening here in afternoon here in Phoenix. It's like high 80s here. It's actually tolerable outside today.
Oh, it's like that over there too?
Yeah. I don't know if it's because of the smoke.
Yeah, it's the
blocking
same thing
out the
over
sun
here.
that y'all over there in California setting forests on fire, letting people know y'all having boys and shit.
Shit, they need Smokey the Bear out here. It's wild.
But yeah, welcome everybody for tuning in. It's your homies. I am Mac, aka your boy.
Yes, sir. This is your boy, Bread Like a King. Matus Kelvin Cayley. What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the Smoke Pit.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
We got a good show for y'all tonight.
Yes, sir.
A really
yes,
good
sir.
show for y'all. So, first, before we move into that, let's shout out the sponsors, Audio Swim. Shout out to Get the Plugs, and shout out to Premier Element. They're running a special. Go to gettheplugs.com. GTP 10 will get you 10% discount on these wonderful headphones. So shout out to Get the Plugs, shout out to Audio Swim, shout out to Premier Elements. Now, how's your week been, man?
Pretty uneventful, my guy. I ain't gonna lie to you. Didn't do much, just working on a couple podcasts. I recorded a couple episodes. I'm trying to get a initial batch for this anime podcast I'm putting out. So that's all I've been working on, and then trying to come up with a couple other shirt designs and whatnot. But other than that, man, pretty chill week, bro.
Right on.
What about you?
Yeah, man. Yeah, it's been the same. Pretty uneventful, which is good. But towards the end of the week, I was like, man, let me go ahead and knock out all these podcasts for all these episodes. Let's start getting out as many as I can, because I know the next couple weeks, as we start moving towards Dayton, it's gonna be hectic. So I'm trying to knock out as much as I can before we leave. But I'm very much looking forward to Dayton. Very much looking forward to it.
Trip is booked, my guy. Trip is booked. Your boy is hyped.
Yes, sir.
Your boy is hyped. Magic is about to happen out there. Pause. But now, that film
Hell
about to
yeah.
come back with something nice. We about to come back with some nice projects all around the block. So y'all just be prepared come October.
Yeah.
Come October. I will say this though real quick. What is up? Like, I know people probably had this complaint before, but why is it so hard for airlines to give you your money back, bro? Like, why do you have to?
Because they don't want to.
But I mean, it's like, I don't see, like, every other transaction that you make in life, it's not that hard to get your money back, you know? Like, say you spend $200.
Right.
You could go to Target, spend $3,000 on a television set, come back with that television set and a receipt, and they will refund your money, right? Granted, you didn't bust it up and shit, but say like you bought it, took it home, and your wife was like, "Oh, I already got you an 85-inch TV." I'm like, "Well, let me take this 72-inch back," you know? And you take it back, and they give you your money back straight up. You buy like $100 ticket on an airline, and be like, "Oh, something came up. I can't get on this plane." Well, fuck it. Like, sorry. Can I get my money back?
You shit out of luck.
Can I get my money back, please? Nah, son. Shit ain't happening. Like, why not? And then I don't know
Nah,
if this is real.
B, it ain't nah. I ain't the type of party.
I don't know if this shit is real, but somebody was like, they do that because they use the money that you paid for to fuel the plane that you're about to fly on, right? What up, Kay? I see you in here.
Right.
But I'm like, if that's the case, if my flight is in November and it's August or September and I cancel my ticket, I'm like, give me my $150 back. Don't be in here like we can't give you your money back. Like, did you already put gas in that plane with my money? You know what I'm saying? Like, this flight ain't for another 4 months. Is this shit just hanging in the hangar, chilling, already gassed up? Hey, Key, we just talking about how airlines be super shysty with refunds and shit for no reason, but yet they need billions of dollars in relief when shit hits the fan, you know, but they quick to just take my 100 real quick.
Right.
That's why I'm glad I used my miles. They'd be like, if you cancel within 24 hours, we'll get you your shit back. Like, you don't know what the fuck's gonna happen 7 months from now.
They lying.
24 hours.
Yeah, they lying.
Shit's wild.
Riri said they. Shout out to Riri. Rihanna sitting there. She's like, I need to use my credit.
Yeah, you better use them miles.
I don't know about that. Not me.
You don't be using your miles?
Yeah, use them miles.
The miles, yeah.
Hell yeah. As much as I flew.
All my miles came from
Yeah. They going
all my miles come from TDYs and shit.
Yeah, mine too. Yeah. Mine too. Use all the miles on TDYs.
Yeah. Janie brings up a good point. They will do anything and everything to not give you your money back. They be straight up, you know, we'll let you switch flights. We'll give you this much towards the ticket on our airlines. We'll give you free stay in this hotel waiting for your next flight to take off. Like, how about I just get my fucking money back? Like, y'all are willing to probably spend more
how about
money
that?
To not give me my money back. And then Kay brings up a good thing, that insurance. Let me tell you about airline insurance. I feel like the airlines and insurance kind of be in bed together. Because I bought insurance for one thing, and then I had to cancel the flight because something came up. So I called insurance. Like, I called the airline. They're like, we can't help you. You got to call your insurance. So I called my insurance, and they're just like, well, what's the reason you can't go? I'm like, well, my wife doesn't want to go anymore, you know? And they're just like, well, we need another reason. Like, was there a death in the family? Was there like an emergency? Like, why do I have to have somebody die for y'all to just give me my money back? Like, just give me my money back.
Right. Well, now you can use COVID. You can use COVID as an excuse now.
Yeah.
Because that's gonna be my number one option. COVID.
You just sit up, you be on the phone. Well, I just got that COVID. I got the Rona. Just give me, like, I just want to.
That's number one option right there.
Shake the person at the counter. Like, if you don't give me, this is robbery in a sense. I paid you for a product that I'm not, or a service that I'm not going to receive. Give me my money back. I don't see why the government is letting these cats do that. But that's like a whole nother podcast there. What I want to hit up right out the gates. Where we at? Some announcements real quick. So I got to join the Patreon thing down there because I really want y'all to join the Patreon, all right? Because we got some things for y'all. I don't know if you saw earlier in the week, we got the patches in from the Smoke Pit fan member, Janie Brooks. Shout out to Janie. I saw you in here. Love you for that. You a real one. So Janie came through.
Yes, you are.
We got the let them see that. Let them see that. Yeah. They see them patches. Yeah.
Look at that. Yeah.
Yep. So Patreon members, just make sure you hit up in the Patreon, leave your mailing address, and we'll get those things sent out to you. If you're not a Patreon member, you can still join to get.
I already got
What up?
I already got Lauren signs. I got hers. Janie has already had hers. She got the OG patches.
Yeah.
So just waiting on a picture of her to hit the group. But listen, if you did join the Patreon already, send us your address. That way we can get it to you. There's still some slots available. You can join the Patreon right now for $1. So go to www.patreon.com. It's right there. /ThatFeelingPodcast. It will take you right to it. We still have a beta that we're doing, and I'm gonna flood that over the weekend. So there's gonna be a ton of new content hitting the Patreon this weekend. So subscribe, and you get all of our episodes are gonna be ad free. You get these 2 patches, both of them, for $1. If not, then you can get them for $5 a piece, or 2 for $15, or $10 a piece, or 2 for $15.
Yes.
Good deal, man.
It is very good deal. And also, they're every 3 months, so every quarter. So at the end of this month, we'll be doing a $100 giveaway, right, to a Patreon member. So we'll go ahead and if you're not in the Patreon, because right now I think we got nine Patreon members, right? So as it stands, you got an 11% chance.
We're at 9 right now.
11% chance, those 9 Patreon members, to get $100 off the rip. So $1 a month, it's like $12 a year, and you get 4 opportunities to win $100. I'm just saying.
Yep.
I'm just saying. Get in there. We're doing this for y'all.
You can't beat that, man.
You can't.
You can't beat it.
If I was allowed to participate, I would have my wife sign up to try to get a chance to win my money back. But we ain't doing that. We here for y'all. we here to kind of.
I mean, it's a good deal, and on top of that, you get all of our dope ass podcasts, because it's more than just me and Mac. But you have this podcast, which you'll get the full episode. You don't have to wait weekly for the part series. You get the full episode. You get. We're not giving you Social Security increases. I'm sorry, Riri. I wish we could, but you get the full episodes. All of our episodes are going to be ad free. You guys get the influence. Like right now, if you go on there, I put up a question. If you guys wanted us to do a murder mystery podcast, so you can vote on stuff like that, what kind of content you want us to put out. So as we get more people in there, we'll be more active on Patreon and less active on the outside world, but we'll still check in, because I love interacting with the Smoke Pit. So everybody in there puts up good stuff, and I love interacting with people, so I'm always going to be active on that. But one of my main focuses is going to be the Patreon. So yeah, man, join. Yep.
And like, once the Patreon starts flying, we got to give some time to them. We got to devote some time to them, because they're the paying members of, the group and whatnot. But we're not leaving the free stuff. This is where we're going to keep coming, getting ideas, finding things out. You know what I'm saying? Yep. But yeah, like, don't think that we're just going to start shunning people away once we start, getting into the Patreon and stuff. This is where we started. Y'all gave us this platform. Right. Y'all gave us this group. So we're not gonna, forget about you guys, because we love y'all.
Right.
We love y'all. Why can I not? Hold on, I'm trying to do something real quick. This ain't right. There we go. I think I pinned a comment, so they should be able to see that shit. Cool. But anyway, just do that.
It's showing up as pinned. So.
And also, starting October, we're gonna put in a discount code for the Patreon. It's gonna be a forever discount code, so you get a discount whenever you get one of our shirts or anything from the Teespring site. So, a lot of stuff coming to the Patreon. That's all I'm saying. Cool. Anything else on this, man?
Yeah, like Jen said, it's $1 a month. And she's like, I pay more for YouTube, but you get us and you get a whole bunch more. So
Yes.
you get a ton of stuff going forward in this, man. So I think $1 a month is generous at minimum. So
Very much.
you're getting, and once you join, for the people that join now, if you join and you join the beta, then once we actually open this up to everyone else, your price is going to stay $1 a month. So you will pay $1 a month. And then once we have the beta filled up, we'll start shooting ideas, and then boom. That's what I'm talking about.
Right quick.
Put your address in there, and we'll get your patches out to you.
Yes, 100%.
Shoot us a message on Patreon with your address, and we will get these patches out to you.
I love that. Side note, if y'all like gaming and y'all are into gaming, the homie here, she just posted it. She has a gaming channel, K Likes to Play, and like I wouldn't say she's like pro game, but she's like the casual gamer. She'll get on there, but it's the conversation and shit that's real dope. So just type K Likes to Play when you go to your Facebook gaming title, and then just follow her. You can support her, all that other stuff. That's all extra, but just give her that following. And I know you see me probably share a couple of her streams and stuff in the group. So that is the homie right there, man. Shout out to Kay. So you ready to get into these topics, my guy?
Let's do it.
All right. So we jumping right into this. So last week I debuted a segment entitled "Whose Man Is This?" Whose man's is this? So I don't know if you guys have been.
Who we got this week?
I don't know if you guys have been listening. I know. Shout out to Phil Candros, Smoke Pit member. He kind of alerted me to this by posting this in the group, and his comment or his post was, "Are you guys hearing this shit on Odell Beckham Jr.?" Right. So I'll just go ahead and transition into Odell Beckham Jr. really loves being a guy. Now let me get into this screen share thing. So hold on, let me pause the music because there's some audio that y'all might need to listen to for this one here.
Oh, we're getting real.
I want people to get the full story, my guy. I just don't want to be out here just having people take my word for stuff. Riri, quit spoiling the. No, I'm playing. So I don't know is this an ex or somebody he used to mess around with, right? Came out here and was like, telling secrets of what my man Odell Beckham Jr. likes to do in the bedroom. Like what sets the mood, all that good stuff. So I'm gonna go ahead and take y'all to this page here. Hopefully it didn't go away. It looks like it went away. I needed to come back. Oh, here we go. So as you can see, internet.
Now there's a question.
Okay,
there's a question.
Go ahead.
Which did he pay her to do this?
My thing is like, does it matter? Like, does that make the act better? You see what I'm saying?
It doesn't make it. It actually makes it worse. It makes it worse. But continue.
All right. It's saying that the browser cannot access my screen. What? So y'all can't see the screen, right? Yes or no? I don't think you guys can see it. All right, hold on real quick. Let me get back to it. But anyways, so if you're not following along, apparently Odell Beckham Jr. likes to be he likes for the ladies to poop on him. He like it for the ladies to poop on him. You know what I'm saying? So here we go. Let me scroll up to the top.
Even the toned down version is hilarious.
He liking the ladies to poop on him, right? So here you see the internet is over a frenzy. Rumors of Odell Beckham Jr.'s nasty habits in the bedroom, right? Like, to me, I'm like everybody else. Like, I don't know. He gets paid to play football. Who cares about what he does in the bedroom? But so this Instagram personality, Slim Danger, right? Slim Danger recently spilled some stuff on here, and I think there's a video. Well, there was a video. I don't know where it went now.
The tea, if you will.
Ooh, let me see if I can. If I click on this, will the video pop up? We're going to see. If it pops up, I'm going to just share this screen over here with the video on it.
Oh, no.
What happened? What happened? What's on now?
Oh, Riri said order some Taco Bell, ladies.
Oh, if you want to get with Odell, boy, Odell, that's how you get in there. Hold on, let me switch this screen.
Get that extra hot sauce.
Let me go ahead and switch this screen over. Yeah, don't worry, fella. Don't worry, ladies and gentlemen. I'm gonna get you the scoop. We here at the Smoke Pit, we want y'all to hear these facts for yourself. Make your own decision. Hey, so is this being shared now?
I don't. Yeah, it's being shared. You good. Oh, the old Twitter machine.
I'm about to get back active on Twitter because I'll be missing out on some stuff apparently. So when this pops up,
no,
I want you guys.
Riri, why you going in on this girl like this?
I want you guys to look at right here on the right. I don't know if you can see the mouse hand on her. This is Slim Danger, right? So this is apparently the woman that defecated on Odell Beckham Jr. So let's see if we can play this sound and if the volume comes through.
Yeah, go, baby. You can't. You gotta.
Odell.
Oh, what is this buffering stuff? In 2020? Come on, bro. Maybe I should have just let this thing play.
You can keep it. Bombs!
Calm
Okay,
down,
I will
ladies.
tell y'all the story.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Where?
Oh my gosh. This is embarrassing. It's like a minute clip. Like, just play the thing, Joy. Like, what is happening here?
Avoid.
Allegedly.
We're done.
Okay. Yes.
This
he
is
loves
Slim
to be
Danger.
shitted on.
She just said he loves to be shitted on. And not like...
Ooh.
Okay, that was my first time ever.
Wait. I haven't watched this full clip. So I'm just learning this. I just read shit. I'm just
I
mad this
never
shit is
did it.
buffering.
You actually
No,
did
I
it?
actually couldn't shit.
Oh, wait, what? I hate that it's all breaking up like this.
Okay, I couldn't shit. Okay, I couldn't shit.
I can shit like the way here. What the?
What'd you just say?
That's got to be a hard task. You know what I mean? Like
Shit
you
on
in the
demand?
mood, and then he just like shit on me, and like, you know what I mean? That's like putting you on the spot. Like, I didn't
You got
eat
Odell
You can
Beckham.
keep it.
specifically for this occasion.
Oh, it's just gonna keep buffering. Trash. All right. So we just gonna close this out.
Bombs!
Okay, I will tell y'all the.
Yeah, I don't know why it's acting like that. But apparently I can stream them. Maybe because I'm streaming this live and we're trying to
But
stream something
anyway,
on the
let's
stream.
discuss it.
All right, yeah, we're gonna talk
Yeah,
about
it's
it.
probably because
Oh,
we live.
we ain't gonna just be like, oh,
mean,
it's
let's
buffering. We
discuss
ain't
it,
talking
though.
about it. Oh, we gonna talk about it.
Yeah, let's talk about it. So, I mean, that's a hard. Like imagine like somebody be like, all right, we're gonna go out to dinner. We're gonna eat good. You know what I mean? And then we're gonna go back to the crib. We're gonna do our thing, and then shit on me. You know what I mean? Like, whoa, my guy.
Wait a minute. run that back. Run that game plan back. Like,
You know what I mean?
So here's the thing. Here's the thing for me. So Odell knew the whole time. he knew the whole time, like at the end of the night, I'm gonna have to ask her to shit on me, literally, right? Like how does that,
right?
like in your mind, like how do you, like I would assume you start thinking about ways to bring it up, small things to kind of see if she's down. I mean, because you just can't have a wonderful night, laugh at jokes, talk about work,
right,
get back to the spot and be like, yeah, so you know, and then the girl's like, what you want me to do? And he like, I'm glad you asked, you know, shit on me.
Right? Like, what are you into? Like, what's your kinks? Like, how does that conversation go? Like, what's your turn-ons? Like, is that the right time to get brought into it? You know what I mean? Like, I like to be shitted on. Oh, okay. And like,
yo, shout out to Jen.
Explain.
She's just like low key, like when you're ordering meals or something, or like when you go to a restaurant, you just take them to a place
Hell yeah.
where you know it's gonna give her that.
Get some of that steak and broccoli.
You know what I'm saying? Just
he taking our ass to Black Angus. That's where he taking her to
some Mexican restaurant, and you just like the enchiladas, extra sauce, you know, refried beans, all of them things. Like, come on. But
come on in here.
But okay, you know what? So we'll just say this. I think.
Are you peeping the chat right now?
I'm looking
this
at
chat
it.
This chat is wild.
Y'all nasty in here.
This chat is so wild.
Y'all nasty in here.
Like, do they rub it in? Like, hold on. First and foremost, like, if you shit on somebody, right? That's somebody's got to take it off. You know what I mean? One of you has to take it off. So do you just like it that much to where you'd be like, oh, okay, I'm just gonna let it sit on me, I'll take it off, or I'll jump in the shower? Like, how does that work?
You would have to shower, because I'm assuming after. Okay. So here's like some base questions I got. Base questions I got. One, does this act happen as foreplay prior to sex? Because if that happens, I would assume a shower would happen before the sex. Because, I mean, there is shit on my chest.
The more appropriate question is, where's the actual shit taking place? On what body part?
It would have to be on either the
where
stomach
is this
or
happening?
the chest. Either the stomach or the chest. It has to be. Anywhere else,
Because
I'm like...
It's...
Because
2020 is wild, my
anywhere
guy.
Anywhere else, would it would just make it extra weird. Like, damn, you like getting shitted on? That's crazy. It's like, no. I only like for her to shit on my ankle or something.
Right?
Now you stupid weird now. You know, now you super weird. Cause like,
right?
Because
what if some of that gets on the bed? Like,
I can't.
Like, you know your aim ain't right. You know what I mean? Like, you're not over a toilet. So at this point, you're just assuming that there's a general area. So it has to be the chest. Because there's like a general area. Because, like, who really practices aiming shits? You know what I mean?
Nobody.
Like, who practices that shit?
Nobody.
Like, oh, yeah, I'm going over this bitch house next Friday. Let me practice this. Firing it out, you know what I mean?
Got a
like
mannequin and shit on the bed to practice your aim, so you know. And then like, what's her? Riri, she brings up a good point. Or who was it that brought up the whole the consistency? Because like, depending on the consistency, like it's gonna go wherever. You know what I'm saying? Like if you did take her to the Mexican restaurant, you know that's about to all over the place, right? It ain't gonna be like a solid turd.
Oh, it's coming out. It's coming out fast.
It's like the milkshake machine at McDonald's when the milkshake is low and it just be trying to squirt whatever's left in there. And you got to hold the cup all the way up on the thing. Oh, shit. Oh. And people at the counter, the customers watching you like, oh, nope, don't get the
Who
milkshake.
finds that shit attractive? Oh my God! Imagine like somebody's just squatting over you, shitting, and then like they fart. Like, what do you say? Like, because you know that little shit fart.
Yeah.
It's like, like, what do you say to that?
Yeah. I mean, you already nasty at that point. You know what I'm saying? You already nasty at that point, so it's not like anything else can. Like, if something grosses you out,
nah, we good.
While somebody is shitting on you, like they do something that is more gross than the actual thing of shitting on you. Like, I don't know what's wrong with you, because I think it's just weird off the top when somebody's like, yeah, the dude likes me to shit on him. You assume that it's on the chest or stomach, right? Like, we're just like, man, that's gross, but you know, whatever. Right. But if the dude is just like, I like when
where else?
Yeah, I like, nah, she don't shit on my chest, dog. She like shits on my knee, the spot in the back of my knee. I like to lay on my stomach and she just shits on the back of my knee or something like that. You know, now you stupid weird. You like next level crazy type shit. So it's just like, I guess the body part that you like to get shitted on determines how weird it is. But then on her part,
because you gotta be stupid accurate.
Yeah. But for me, the thing that got me is like, she said it was hard to do. Because I mean, nobody is planning on shitting on nobody, right? Like nobody it's not like a urinalysis where you're just like, you know, I just gotta have a bladder at half full because at any moment I can get called to go pee in a cup. Like
it can happen.
You can't shit on demand. You can probably pee on demand, but you can't shit on demand. You know what I'm saying? So to be there in the mood, y'all probably kissing and stuff.
No, you can't.
Odell's just like, yo, I got something for you to do. Like, I got a favor to ask. This shit really gets me going. She like, yo, what is it? What can I do?
Do it.
He just lays back. Like he takes you in the bathroom and he just lays across the toilet. do this one thing. Like he's just planking across the toilet like, do it. She's like, what? So then what we got in that clip, she's low-key like, you know, it was hard for me to do. Like, of course it's hard, because you just can't shit. Like that's how you get like hemorrhoids and shit. You know what I'm saying? Sitting there pushing and squeezing, trying to make whatever shit come out just so you can please this dude. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. Riri, you said you saw the whole thing, right? Did you follow through? Oh, wait a minute. She said, let me throw this up here.
She said she couldn't actually get poop on him, but he was okay with her sending the video.
Oh, whoa, what? So he was just like, just go home and whenever the mood strikes, send me a video of you taking a shit? Let me say something. Hey, he from Louisiana, right?
Yo, Odell, wow, man.
He from Louisiana, right?
Yeah, unfortunately.
Ain't that your boy?
Yeah. Don't you put that shit on my home state. Don't you do that. Hollywood did that shit to him.
Let me change this banner.
Hollywood did that to him.
Change this banner and be like, niggas from Louisiana like now. Shit. Put that on the banner and let everybody know. Yo, but
don't do that. Don't do that
stuff. But like we was looking at R. Kelly like, you nasty. Like like that dude's a monster. But like when he was peeing on people, we were just like, God, that is disgusting. How can you do like the act of shitting though? Like
I don't know if that's an act of love or an act of humiliation. It's in between one of those.
Let me ask you something.
Because you gotta really love a motherfucker to be like, you know what? Fuck it. Just do it. You know what I mean? Like,
could you be friends with somebody who you know likes people to shit on them to get them going? Would you be able to draw that line? Would you be able to draw that line to be like, He's a cool ass dude, man. We had everywhere we go, but then when we go to a club and he gets his girl and I get my girl, like, I already know what he about to ask her to do. You know, like, I don't know if she knows. Like, you feel you have to let her know, like, if you got to
I actually know people who did that, but
what?
Like, it was a girl, but she like, I actually knew a girl that I worked with her in San Diego. Mm-hmm. Like, she liked people, and it wasn't a secret. You know what I mean? Like, it was just like, there's this girl, she likes people to shit on them. She was cool as shit. Like, I didn't have a problem with her, but I was just like, damn, that's some kinky shit. I mean, it is what it is. You know what I mean? Like, but for me personally, I'm not letting nobody shit on me. Like, nah, that's too much.
I can't, bro. I
love you and all. Like, I really do love you. Like, I will be in the same room. Like, if I love you that much, I'm gonna be in the same room talking to you while you take a shit. Yeah. You know what I mean? I love you that much. Yeah, I can tolerate that. But you cocking over me and taking the shit on me, nah. That ain't me. I love you, but no, that's out of my league.
I get low-key anxiety when, like, I'm changing my son's diaper and some of his poop gets on me. Like, I'm just like, bro, you are lucky you have my DNA in you, or we would have problems right now. You know what I'm saying? Right. Second thing. Right. Say you and your boy are roommates, or let me phrase this. You out with your boy, whatever. You know what he's into, right? You don't judge him because you're a cool ass dude. And then it's like, yo, you both pick up some girls at the club, but y'all only got one spot, right? Y'all just got the one room. You know, like you take your girl in the bedroom, they in the living room. You know what's gonna happen in that living room, right? Like, so are you trying to get them to go someplace else?
Somebody's gonna shit on him. Yes. Am I comfortable being in that predicament?
Are you?
Right. No, I am not. I am not comfortable being in that predicament. No, I'm not. Like, look, listen. You can bang. You can do whatever you want, but please just don't let her shit on you in the same space that I'm enjoying myself.
Somewhere with a hard floor, bro. Somewhere that can be.
Yeah, y'all got to go somewhere else.
Y'all can't be on no soft fabrics. I don't want y'all on the couch trying to do this stuff.
Yeah,
man.
No.
Y'all got to go somewhere.
I don't need housekeeping coming to blame me for none of this shit. Like, nah, we good.
But like, if you go through with this, the security deposit is on you, my guy, because I ain't gonna blame housekeeping if you come in here and quit. Because y'all nasty. Y'all go in the bathroom with that. Y'all can crop over in the tub, whatever, stand up shower.
We can say it was a misfire. It was a drunken misfire, but do that shit in the bathroom.
But yeah, I agree. Like, if that's what he's into, cool. I don't know why. I do know why. Because, I mean, with a name Slim Danger, and you just out here trying to be an Instagram personality, you just trying to stay in the limelight, so you just gonna tell stories and shit. I blame Odell for actually doing that with an Instagram personality. Side note, she does look like an alien from Men in Black. So, Riri, you was right on that. Like, I was just waiting for her to take the mask off and shit.
The little ones with the coffee and shit.
I was waiting for her to take the mask off and it'd be all three of them motherfuckers in there. Hey, Agent J! Hey! 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 With coffee and shit. Oh, shit. All right. Let's move on. Let's see. Hold on. Let me see if I can get this video. Because we going to talk about some shit, right? We're going to talk about some shit here. Let me see if I can get this to play. Because it be acting like you don't want to play sometimes. Oh, there we go. Yeah. So, as you know, football is back, right? I know I was excited for football to come back. I love sports. I love fantasy football and all that other good stuff that comes with it. So, I was turned up. I tuned into the game. And let's not be stupid. Everybody knows what climate we're living in. Everybody kind of knows what happened recently with the sport teams boycotting, not playing and stuff like that. So I guess a couple of NFL teams boycotted practice, which, you know, good for them. But this was like the grand stage, prime time, the only game on. What are these guys going to do? There's a lot of talk about kneeling at anthems and stuff like that. And then, of course, you have those who are just like, you know, disrespecting the flag. I'm not watching it no more, all this other stuff. So whatever your stance is on that, that's your stance. Feel how you want to feel. But the Houston Texans and the Kansas City Chiefs, they come out and they wanted to have a moment of unity. No flag, no anthem playing, none of that. They just wanted to come to the field, lock arms, and let them know, hey, we're going to stand up for one another, right? Off the top, I'm looking at that like that is the most neutral, most nobody should have a problem with thing in the history of forever. That's how I'm feeling about it, right? That is 100% how I feel about it because it's not political, right? Nobody's taking no knees. Nobody's saying, you know, F the cops. Nobody's preaching you're disrespecting veterans because nobody was kneeling. They just went out and locked arms, right? So let me show you the reason.
Right.
I'm pretty sure people heard it by now. But we're just going to...
Clip, please.
Roll that beautiful bean footage. Oh, watch it not work now. Be like, oh, you want to share this? Those aren't cheers, by the way.
Thank you.
No knees, right? So they thank, and then they go back to their benches. Let's see if it'll play the rest. Because then the boos got like extra loud when they started going back to their benches or whatnot.
Yeah.
Like, I hear some cheers. That's cool. But, the boos, though, I'm just like... And it wasn't like... Yeah, it's bad. But, yo, that shit hurts my heart. That shit hurts my heart.
They booed the shit out of that.
How you feel about that, man?
So, am I surprised by it? No. Did I expect more out of it? Honestly, I didn't. It just surprised me more so that they actually did it that way. What I wasn't surprised by in watching the whole, a couple of things struck me as odd watching this game last night, and just the beginning part. So they had Lift Every Voice and Sing, which is the National Negro Spiritual Hymn. Right. Lift Every Voice and Sing, and then they had the Star Spangled Banner.
Yep.
And then Houston stayed in their locker room the entire time. They didn't come out for either one of them.
Yep.
And they later explained why they did it. So it made sense to me why, as they explained it. But in the moment, I was just like, that is just, it's just bizarre. You know what I mean? Like, I get that you're trying to acknowledge what the country is going through, and it was just weird. It just struck me as weird. Do you really need to go that far? Maybe not. Just acknowledge the fucking problems that are going on in this country. You know what I mean? Like, speak on it. Don't allow your players to, you mean, like, you just restricting them from doing that, but you're like, okay, here's our token of acknowledgement. We're acknowledging what you guys go through. Here's the National Negro Spiritual Hymn. Like, we don't need that shit. Just fucking say what's going on in this country is bullshit. You know what I mean? Just say that.
Facts.
Like, everybody knows, and this is what strikes me is fucking ridiculous. Like, everybody knows the shit that's happening is fucked up, but nobody really wants to say it's bullshit. Because you know why? If you do it, then you risk the people that don't think it's bullshit and don't believe what you believe taking money away from you. Fuck the money. The money is gonna be there. It's gonna come back to you in the long run. So just say call a spade, bro. Like, it's bullshit what's happening in this country.
Yeah.
Yes, we all agree. And everybody acknowledges that shit. But then again, silent protest is kind of fucked up in this country right now anyway. So it is what it is. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Shout out to Jen. She puts this comment. Maybe that's a little protest to show unity. I don't think it was so much a protest, that moment of unity or moment of silence at the middle of the field. I think they're just trying to find ways to not offend certain people, right?
Right.
To not ruffle the feathers too much. The fact that they can stay in the locker room when the anthem plays, I think that's written in there. Like, it's like if you're on the field, you have to stand. If you don't want to stand, you can stay in the locker room type stuff. So if them as a team felt that to stay in the locker room for that, cool. But that I get that's a whole
the Houston Texans staying in the locker room is big.
Yeah. But there were players that been doing that. Like, there have been players MIA from silence, but for a whole team to do it, that's you can look at that any way you want. Like, the players and managers and all that actually believe in the cause that they're willing to do that, or they're just doing it because that's what's hot in the streets right now. I like to try to give people the benefit of the doubt, and we'll see. Like, that's cool. You're for the cause now. Now my eyes are on you to see if you remain with the cause or if you want to bounce and switch it up later. But the unity thing is what gets me. Like, why are you booing that? Like, if you want to boo them doing that, somebody kneeling during the anthem, I don't agree with that, but that's your stance, right? This was just a moment of unity, like what everybody's been saying. We just need to come together as Americans and quit thinking about the past and come together and be one nation and great Americans. And like, was that thing in the middle of the field not what people want? Like, just come together, look, we're in this together? Or are they just upset because that moment of unity was kind of low-key? Teams like, hey, we're standing against whatever. And I know on the video screen they had Black Lives Matter up. So I don't know if that's what triggered the boo, but there was nothing political about it. Nobody was taking a knee. There was no flag. Nobody was doing nothing during the anthem. It was just a moment of silence.
Definitely.
Black Lives Matter. The minute people saw Black Lives Matter up there, then they wanted to start flipping out, booing, all that other shit. I'm just like, here's my two things real quick, then I'll throw it back to you. One, my new pastime is wait for ESPN to post something about athletes protesting or standing up for shit. And then I just jump in there and post something that may or may not trigger a certain group of people, but it shouldn't, but it does. But it does. And then I just low-key troll them. I low-key troll them to an extent. Then I'm like, all right, I'm bored, I'm out. But it's not trolling like me calling them names or shit. Because that's what they do. They get mad and they start throwing names like Snowflake and you lefty and all this other stuff. And then I hit them with like, well, actually, I'm a registered independent. So I just feel like everybody needs to be treated the fucking same. Like, that's just me. So that's wrong. Second thing is, every post that ESPN posts, there's so many people saying, I'm boycotting sports because it's too political. Yet here they are at a whole sporting event booing this shit. The same people that are like, I'm not watching football till they respect the flag and shit, are still there watching football booing this shit. You know what I'm saying? That's the part I don't get. It's like, if this shit irritates you guys so much, quit going to the things where irritating shit's gonna be at. Because like, to me, if I was out on that field and I'm out there and I'm just like, this is me, we're in unity, we're in this together, and these people are booing, and I know in 10 minutes they're about to be cheering for me when I catch a goddamn touchdown, that shit would fuck with my soul. Like, I would go back to the locker room and be like, this ain't where I need to be at in life right now. But that's just me.
I'll score that touchdown and give him the finger. Shut the fuck up. You was booed 10 minutes ago.
Right. Yeah. But that's the thing. Like, it doesn't interfere with their sports. Like, they're not doing this in the middle of the game. This is all pre-game shit. You can go in line, get your beer, go to the bathroom. You don't got to be there for that. Or if you know, here's my thing. If I knew there's going to be KKK rallies at the start of every fucking sporting event, I would probably not go to the sporting events. You know what I'm saying? If there's something that you hate that much that you know is going to keep happening at these things, quit going to these things. Quit going to these things. That's just me.
Right.
Like, you
Very
know,
true.
You see the direction.
Very true.
You see the direction that these players and athletes are taking. It's a more, you know, I don't want to say progressive or whatnot, but things are changing, right? Things are not the norm. The fact that these people are crying.
There was a lot of irony. There was a lot of irony between yesterday and today. So there was a lot of irony between yesterday and today.
Yeah.
I'll just leave it at that.
But it's just weird. Like, we don't want you guys to stand up for this stuff. However, like, that's the part that, because it's like they're gladiators. Like, you're just here for my entertainment. Don't bring your political values into this shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's just like, this is a whole person out here whose family is being affected by these days and times. But you don't care because he's not, at that time, not running, catching an 80-yard touchdown or some shit. You know, he ain't out there putting his life on the line, getting racked upside the head by these big defensive linemen to score a touchdown for you can wear your jersey and cheer and shit. You know. But the minute he does that, he's cool. As long as he does what you need him to do for your fantasy team or your favorite team, he's cool. You know. But the minute he wants to take that helmet off and be a part of his community and speak up about shit, now it's, oh, just shut up, stick to sports. I mean, that'd be like me showing up to your job, be like, yo, shut up and stick to making them fucking fries right. You know, Brandon. But I don't say that shit because you in here on the internet being all bold and shit. But that's just me. That's just me. I just thought it was a nationwide view of what the fuck is wrong with America for that thing. Because it had no flag. It had nothing. All it had was a moment of youth with Black Lives Matter on the video screen. All you had to do was just shut the fuck up for a moment of silence. But y'all wanted to boo and shit. Yeah. That's what's wrong with America. And they didn't even have a full stadium. It was like 20,000 fans in a stadium meant for like 75,000. 25.
Yeah, it was like 17,000.
And the booze was.
It was like 17,000.
The booze was still like that. People were booing, chanting USA. Like, it ain't even nothing about the country right now. It's just this. Just shut the fuck up. Ain't no flag out there. Yep. Ain't no nothing. Boo, USA, USA. Like, what is wrong with y'all? Not y'all, them. Not y'all. I love y'all. Y'all listening, y'all watching. I love y'all. What's wrong with them? That's the big thing.
Yeah. But no, it was wow. It was a lot of wow in the game last night. Like, to the point, I was like, fuck, man, why the Lakers ain't come on later? I'd rather watch the Lakers right now. Lakers was on at like 4 fucking o'clock last night.
I know. I was trying to watch both games at the same time.
I was like, I come home from work, they already in the third quarter. Like, God dog it.
They got that dub, though. They got that dub. I ain't mad.
Yeah, they did.
But yeah, that's just how I felt about it. I don't know. That let me know like how far away we are from like common sense shit really happening. So people having common decency to be like, you know what, shit is kind of wild out here. You know, let's try to do something to change it. But no, you know, let's just keep booing and driving that wedge further and further in between coming together and being united. You know, the same shit that I don't know.
Yep.
I don't know. But ladies and gentlemen, if you have not yet, done so, please share this video because we are about to get in what everybody was waiting for. The best 80s movie bracket.
Yes.
This is what you guys
Here
wanted.
we go.
This is what you guys
Now,
wanted.
before we actually get into this bracket, I do want to say to the group, you did a little better this week.
You sound like a parrot. All right. So, I mean, you did well. You know, you get a couple gold stars.
You did well. It's not bad. It's not bad. You guys had some moments that I was like, okay, I'll look at this and I'll evaluate. But overall, man, I really couldn't be mad at any of the results. They were what they were. 80s movies always will hold a place in my heart because that's where, like, I grew up in the era of the 80s movies, late 80s, early 90s. So a lot of these movies, either I watched them on VHS growing up, or I watched them when they came out in the movie theaters. So, yeah, man, this was a good one. This is a very good one. This is a very tough bracket, too.
Yes.
One of the tougher brackets that we've had.
Yes. I would say so. And here's the thing. With these, it just depends on what genre you lean towards. Like, if you're a funny dude, you like comedies, the comedies are probably beating out some of these movies just based on the fact that you just like to laugh when you go to movies. If you're into adventure, a lot of these adventure movies probably beat out some of the comedies. If you're into sci-fi shit, that shit probably beat out. If you're into horror or scare movies, you know what I'm saying? So it's not so much a heavy landslide when it comes to things like this. So I had no problem with these cats now, with what was going on. Let me just reshare this in the group. Try to give everybody a chance to get in here and see what's going on. Because I'm just that dude. Because I want people to come in here and defend some of these votes and whatnot. All right, so let's get into it, man. Normally I'd share a screen for the bracket, but apparently it's being weird today, so I ain't gonna make y'all suffer through that stuff. But let's get right into it. Our number one seed when it came to these 80s movies was Top Gun. Top Gun was an overwhelming favorite coming into this bracket, and it paired up against the 64 seed Who Framed Roger Rabbit. Now, the group voted for Top Gun to move on, 50 votes to 29. My bracket, I moved on Roger Rabbit based on the fact that when I saw that movie in theaters as a 7-year-old kid and Jessica Rabbit came out, I was just like, I am now a man. I am now a man. Father, I understand life now. I get it. But the group, I mean, shout out to the 29 people who felt in their heart with me that Roger Rabbit was a better movie than Top Gun, but I kind of knew what was going to happen in the group. I kind of knew Top Gun was going to move on. How'd you feel about that?
I knew what was going to happen too. So I kind of figured with a lot of our group being one Charlie 5, look, I kind of figured Top Gun was going to.
Look, that's exactly the noise I made.
I kind of figured Top Gun was going to have a leg up.
Auga. Roger, this was you. Roger, this you. Roger, this is you. My man. Oh man. Roger was on it. He was on it. Anyway, so yeah, the group moved on Top Gun. Next up, we have Bloodsport and Trains, Planes, Automobiles. The group moved on Bloodsport, 27 votes to Trains, Planes, and Automobiles, 25. Now, I moved on Trains, Planes, and Automobiles because, like I said, I love movies that make me laugh. John Candy, rest in peace, John Candy, in the 80s, probably one of the funniest people in movies at the time. And him and Steve Martin were both in this, so I was dying the whole time watching this movie. And it was family friendly, so my parents actually let me watch it with them, which was cool. Bloodsport, I could watch Bloodsport today and laugh because of how corny it is, instead of it's not so. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's such a
Bloodsport was fucking corny.
Yeah, that's what I'm
so
saying.
good.
It's such a corny movie, but it's so good because of Jean-Claude Van Damme and his ability to not act.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, so the group had Bloodsport. Moving on. What you have?
So I had Bloodsport moving on too. So that was a tough one. That was a tough one for me.
Yep.
I had to wait on that one a little bit.
Yeah. Oh, shout out to Sassy. She's in here. She missed the vote. She would have voted for Trains, Planes. Oh, that would have got us one vote away. Sassy, we messed it up. We could have had this. We could have had this usurping. Jen missed it too. Look, I'm a lecture y'all when we get to the end of this.
They could have won.
I'm a lecture y'all when we get to the end of the bracket. Next up, we had Beverly Hills Cop, and then Predator. For me, like I said, I'm a comedy dude. I love to laugh when I see movies. I voted Beverly Hills Cop. This was Eddie Murphy in his prime, FYI. Like,
so did I.
Hollywood just
yeah, so did
like,
I.
This dude is hilarious. I get Predator, but again, Predator is only good because it's so corny. Like, I could watch Predator now and just laugh the whole way through, even though it's meant to be serious as fuck. I watch Predator now. Get to the chopper. All that shit, bro. I'm dying. I'm laughing. There's no suspense. What the fuck is he saying? I understand the Predator better than I understand Arnold Schwarzenegger. And the Predator just be making noises. The Predator be like, what the hell?
Making noises and shit.
Predator looking at me. Predator's like, what the fuck did this man just say?
Hey, y'all better duck. He about to kill you, motherfuckers.
The group moved Predator on 42 votes to 14. So, again, like, I wasn't expecting much from that one. I know I moved on Beverly Hills Cops. Next up, we got Willow and Pretty in Pink. I'm going to be honest. I have not seen Pretty in Pink. I'm assuming it's some kind of Pretty Woman type shit where, you know, or a high school 80's drama or something. Let me just tell you off rip. Any movie based on teenagers in high school and all the drama and shit they go, I don't want to hear none of that shit. I don't like none of them movies. I don't buy none of it. So off the rip, I voted for Willow.
What?
And Willow actually won in the group, 33 to 19.
I'm Pretty in Pink, and it's a good movie. It's actually a good movie, but I went for Willow. Willow is just a fucking classic.
It is a classic, but like if there's probably another movie in there, I probably would not have moved Willow on. But Pretty in Pink, off the rip, like I said, I haven't seen Pretty in Pink. I looked at the title, I was like, I probably, as a kid, would not have enjoyed Pretty in Pink. So I didn't even. Molly Ringwald. Molly Ringwald is in all the 80's high school movie shit. That's why I'm just like, just get out of here. You're playing the same person in every role. Get out of here. Because she's in 16 Candles. Like all that shit, man.
But that was the person. That was like Jesse before Jesse and Saved by the Bell. You know what I mean? She was just like the all-American wholesome kid.
Jesse was wholesome. Did you see Showgirls? Jesse was out there.
I mean, I'm talking about Saved by the Bell. Hey. Jesse and Showgirls, though.
Lisa Turtle was the wholesome one. I was like, all these broads out here doing this, man. Second,
shit.
I couldn't fuck
Not
with
in
Willow.
real life.
I couldn't fuck with Willow because that dude's voice. Mad Mardigan. Like, my guy. You said his name 50 times. Saying it 51 times ain't gonna do nothing different. He don't like you. He's trying to get away from you. Mad Mardigan. Fuck out of here. Next up, we got Coming to America and Rocky 3. This was tough. Let me tell you why. I already said I like comedies.
Yeah, that one was a tough one.
I already like comedies. So Coming to America is up there in my favorite movies list. Rocky 3 is probably my favorite Rocky because Mr. T is Clubber Lang. Bro.
Yeah.
My man killed Apollo Creed. My man... No, Drago did that. But my man Clubber, when he showed up,
Yeah,
when
Drago killed Apollo
when
Creed.
Rocky was Rocky,
But he beat the shit out of Rocky.
when he was getting the
And I was like,
statue
yeah.
or whatnot, when it was like Rocky Day, and he showed up and he was talking to Adrian, woman, come over here, I'll show you what it's like to be with a real man. I was like, this Clubber laying wild out this bitch.
Hey boy.
Yeah.
Hey boy.
Come fight me, man. Why are you dodging my challenges? Come fight me. You over here, all this pretty. I was just like, boy, you don't want to get in the ring with this motherfucker. He ain't Apollo, dog.
Club about to whoop your ass.
He ain't Apollo. He ain't coming out the
Club about to whoop your ass, man.
He ain't coming out the this is a
Rocky over there doing these fancy workouts. Club over there pumping that iron. You know what I'm talking about? Club about to whoop his ass. And it sure enough happened too. Club beat the shit out of Rocky.
Bro, if Rocky 3 was in,
He beat the shit out of Rocky. Hey, yo, real quick. Rocky 3. If you know Warren Cockrell, aka Dub,
yeah.
Rocky 3 has one of the saddest moments in the Rocky franchise, but it's the funniest shit in the world if you let Dub explain this shit. Because when Mick dies in Rocky 3,
yeah.
like it's like so sad until Dub's like, man, watch Sylvester Stallone when Mick dies. Like his eye gets all big. He's like, me. And like, if you watch that shit right now, that shit is hilarious to me. I'm like, damn it, this was supposed to be funny. I was supposed to be crying. Now I'm laughing my ass off.
Oh shit! But I knew what was going to happen. Like the group was just going to be Coming to America, and Coming to America won 66 votes to Rocky 3's 6 votes. So I also voted for Coming to America. So I ain't mad at that. Shout out to the people who stuck by Rocky.
Yeah, me neither.
That's some dedication.
There was a couple of landslides. There was a couple of landslides in here that I wasn't even mad at.
Yeah.
I think I commented on one of them. I was like, I've never wanted to see a fucking movie get destroyed so bad. Thank you.
Next up, we had Stand By Me and Indiana Jones. The Last Crusade. That's the third one that had Sean Connery in it. So for me, I voted for Stand By Me. And then, not to say I did not enjoy The Last Crusade. I liked it the least of the first 3 or the first trilogy of Indiana Jones movies. I should say the only trilogy. I don't acknowledge Crystal Skull at all. That was horrible. But I voted Stand By Me because I was young when that movie came out. I watched it with my mom and dad, and they were kind of explaining the things that were going on in it. I guess that's like this and another movie on here, The Color Purple, were like some of the movies I watched as a kid, but I watched them with adults, and they had me watch them. They had me watch them to teach me shit, that is applicable to the shit we're going through today. So, not to say I didn't appreciate Indiana Jones Last Crusade. I did. It was action packed and all that good shit. But of importance to me, I voted for Stand By Me.
Yeah, so The Last Crusade is the Indiana Jones movie that it's the weakest of the 3 to me. And which it's not a bad movie at all. But I also went Stand By Me just because River Phoenix in that movie, a young River Phoenix, gave a fucking epic performance in that movie. A fucking epic performance. Come on, buddy. Movie.
Come on, let me know.
I was gripped in. Like as a kid, I remember being gripped into that movie, into that role that he played. And I'm like, yeah, I'm going with Stand By Me. Like it was like out of the 3 and all 3 Indiana Jones films are on here. So I was like, I'm comfortable getting rid of this one. So I went Stand By Me, but Indiana Jones is a great film.
It is.
So
yep, the group had
I wasn't mad at it.
The group had Last Crusade go on. The vote was 37-31. So again, not bad. Next up, we had Terminator versus the Highlander. I went with Terminator. Not to say I didn't like Highlander.
This was a tough one.
It was. I went
This was
Terminator.
a tough one.
What'd you go with?
I went with Highlander.
Yeah. What separated the two for you?
I guess out of the two, I go back to the one that most reverted me back to my childhood. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like go outside and practice this shit in the yard type shit. You know what I mean? Like Highlander was that movie.
Right. Shout out to Taylor. There could only be one. I think I went with Terminator because of the classic Arnold look. He didn't have a whole lot of lines, which is a major plus. Mm-hmm. When Arnold could just be on screen and not say shit, it's a plus. The shades, the leather jacket.
Right.
Yeah. I just thought it was dope. Like, that's when I was kind of getting to my science fiction bag. My dad's a big science fiction nerd and stuff. So on that same tip, Highlander, like you said, man, going out there and with your little paper towel tube or your broomstick, singing the freaking theme, the Highlander.
Hell yeah.
Here we are, born. Sitting there just clicking and clacking until somebody accidentally get hit on the knuckles with a broomstick.
Hell yeah.
Stop. Yeah.
Yep.
So,
fucking thumbs up.
Yeah. The group had Terminator move on. Oh, this one was bad. This one was 73-14. Tracy,
yeah.
Sassy is in here recommending all these movies.
And even though it was that big of a gap,
recommending all these things.
Maybe we should revisit. Maybe we should. There were some movies that weren't on here that could have made this list had everybody watched the announcements.
Ooh.
So from now on, look in the announcements when you come to the smoke pit.
That's what I was going to tell y'all at the end, but he got mad, so y'all did that.
Yeah, I couldn't hold it.
All right,
Next up,
we got
but maybe we should revisit that.
We will. I mean, there's enough 80s movies to redo this list. And then when we have the champion of that one, we'll pit the champion of the first to the other one. But the last one in this first bracket, we got Back to the Future versus Scarface. I immediately went Back to the Future. I didn't watch Scarface till I was grown. My parents were like, you ain't even close to even being ready for this movie. And then even when I watched it, I didn't think it was all that. Because I actually watched The Godfather before watching Scarface. And I was just like, Scarface is just...
Oh, that would ruin it for you.
I was like, Scarface is just a sloppy-ass Godfather. Like, they're trying to do a full trilogy, a coming-of-age, rise-to-the-top story. And it was only getting so much clout because rappers kept talking about it. Like, it was like hood. It gave you like street cred for you to be like, oh, man, I like Scarface. I just didn't like it.
Right. I get that too. But I was low key disappointed that this went up against Back to the Future, which is arguably the greatest cinematic achievement ever.
Tell him.
Ever.
Tell him. As a kid watching Back to the Future,
ever.
Come on, bro. Come on. The DeLorean was the coolest car I've seen in my life. And this is coming from somebody who saw Knight Rider growing up. I thought Kit was the shit.
Right.
I saw that door go up on the DeLorean. I was like, doors do that? What? Is this a real car?
Like, I want it.
We need this, Dad. Trade in our car and get this now. It only seats 2 people. I don't care. We got 5 people in our family. I don't care.
The whole family don't need to ride together.
I'll be in the back.
We don't even like each other. We ain't got to ride together.
I'll be in the back. Let's go, Dad. Oh, man. But yeah, Back to the Future was easy for me.
Hell yeah.
So getting to the final 4 in this one, we'll go back up to the top. We got Top Gun versus Bloodsport. The group moved on Top Gun 57-22. In my bracket, I had Roger Rabbit versus Trains, Planes, and Automobiles, and I moved on Roger Rabbit.
So I also had Top Gun versus Bloodsport, and I moved on Top Gun.
Bet. Next up, they had Predator versus Willow. Predator won that one, 69 votes to 18. I had Beverly Hills Cop and Willow, and I moved on Beverly Hills Cop.
So I moved on Willow and Beverly Hills Cop.
Yep. Who'd you have winning out of that one? Beverly Hills Cop or Willow?
Willow.
All right.
And that was tough for me. That one was tough.
Yeah. So then we have Coming to America and Last Crusade. The group moved on Coming to America, 67 votes to 17. I had Coming to America and Stand By Me. I moved on Coming to America.
So did I.
Bet.
I moved on Coming to America.
Now we have Terminator and Back to the Future. Back to the Future moved on in the group, 45 votes to 27. And I had Terminator, Back to the Future. I moved on Back to the Future as well.
So I had Terminator back. No, I had Highlander Back to the Future, and I moved on Back to the Future.
Cool. So now the group has Top Gun and Predator. They moved on Top Gun, 61 votes to 32. I had Roger Rabbit and Beverly Hills Cop. I moved on Roger Rabbit. I don't know if y'all can tell that I had a serious crush on Jessica Rabbit. I'm just saying. That Jessica Rabbit, not only, let me be real. It's just not because I was a horny ass 7-year-old who saw this woman on TV. That movie was entertaining from start to finish. The whole live action with cartoon, that's the first time I've ever seen it. The whole Toontown versus the real world.
Right.
Like the Christopher Lloyd in that movie was an awesome villain. Judge, was it? It wasn't Doom, was it? Judge Doom? I think it was. But then at the end when they flipped it and he was actually a toon, oh my God. Bro, Roger Rabbit was amazing. So the movie is good, but come on, man. Jessica Rabbit, come on, dog. Y'all know what it is. Y'all know what it is in these streets. 7-year-old me. Get at me. Yeah, so Roger Rabbit moved on from me. What do you have there at that matchup?
Where we at?
I think you said you had Top Gun and Willow at that one.
Yeah, so I moved on Willow. And then I had so I had Willow and Back to the Future move on.
I also had Back to the Future move on. And the group did as well. It beat out Coming to America 43 to 38. So that was a close one. So now the group had to choose between Top Gun and Back to the Future. And Back to the Future won 58 votes to 17. So I didn't think it would be that big of a gap between Back to the Future and Top Gun. But apparently,
me neither, but
apparently the group was like, all right, I'm tired of this shit.
Yeah. So I had Back to the Futures in my final four.
So if you're not watching this live in this chat, our good friend Tracy Massey is in here. She literally already just in the comments gave us like a legit 16 more movies to put in on the next 80s movie bracket. Tracy,
she did. She really did.
Sassy, where was you at the original post? Where was you at? You know what? No, I'm glad you gotta give. I'm glad you weren't in there.
You gotta give Sassy some leeway. Sassy's doing big things in functional places, so you know she got to get a pass.
She is, but that was in the announcements for a while.
True.
It's all good.
True.
But nah, keep this up because
let it be known I stuck up for you, Sassy.
I'm gonna just come back and let it be known I stuck up for you. I'm gonna come back and borrow these things for the next bracket. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. And all the people watching who were hitting me up during the polls, like, what? No Revenge of the Nerds? What? No Back to the Future 3? What? No this? I just be like, did y'all vote for it? That's all I'm gonna say. Did you vote for it? Nope. All right, so yeah. So the group.
Hey, Talk to him real quick. I gotta go put up a thing real quick. I'll be right back.
All right. So like I said, the group moved on Back to the Future, beating out Top Gun 58 votes to 17, which was dope. Because I also picked, I voted for Back to the Future. But for me, like I said, Coming to America beat out Roger Rabbit. So Coming to America is in my final four in that bracket. Moving to the other bracket, we had Big Trouble in Little China, which had a lot of votes. It had a lot of votes against the Karate Kid. And the group, you guys, voted the Karate Kid through 35 votes to 20, which I did not see. Because apparently Little Trouble in Big China is an amazing movie to some. I like it. It's funny. You know, it does its job. But I'm looking at it like Karate Kid was more memorable. And it had the, you're the best around. Nothing's ever gonna keep you down. Like, if that don't hype you up, that is like a montage staple. If you are starting an 80s montage and you don't have you're the best around in there, you're going to fail at whatever you're montaging. You know what I'm saying? Name a better montage song than Best Around. That might be a whole bracket. But yeah. So the group moved on Karate Kid. I moved on Karate Kid as well. Next up, we have Back to the Future 2 versus Dead Poets Society. This one was kind of shocking to me because the group voted for Back to the Future 2 to move on. 42 votes to Dead Poets Society 8. And Dead Poets Society is a great movie, right? But I think people are looking at it like, for me, because I voted for Back to the Future 2. Because as a kid, like, it was just, you know what I'm saying? It was more, like, the special effects, man. The special effects as a kid in the 80s, you watching that, you see Back to the Future, you just like, this is where it's at. This is what, I need this DeLorean. Reference my argument for the initial Back to the Future. I need this DeLorean. Eye of the Tiger. First of all, Eye of the Tiger was in Rocky, which was in the 70s, Marcel. So if you don't see the big ass title, Best 80s Movies, I'm talking about shit in the 80s, my guy. Second, Eye of the Tiger ain't lit because my man got his ass beat by Clubber Lang. Where was the Eye of the Tiger at then? Huh? Ran into the power of the Black Panther. That's where it happened at. So get at me. That's what the fuck I mean about that. Oh, man. So, yeah. Dead Poet Society, I thought it would have got more votes. It got 8. Back to the Future 2 moved on. I also voted for Back to the Future. Next up, Empire Strikes Back and The Lost Boys. This one was pretty close. I watched The Lost Boys. I thought it was all right. But as a kid, I was like, these cats got laser swords made out of lasers? Laser swords? Bro, get out of here. Get out of here. Laser swords compared to like fucking vampires with bangs and fluffed and frosted tips? Like, get out of here, bro. That ain't my cup of tea. You know I don't fuck with them vampire movies. People who like Lost Boys like Twilight. I'm gonna just throw that out there right now. That's how I feel. I know he not supposed to lose fights, Marcel. Talk about Buddy's name was Clubber Lang. He ain't losing fights to nobody. He had the Eye of the Tiger. So that proves you have the Eye of the Tiger montage and you can still get your ass beat. That's all I'm gonna say, my guy. That's all I'm gonna say. And I'm gonna leave it at that. Next up, 16 Candles versus Real Genius. 2 movies that I dislike. Well, 1 movie I dislike, 16 Candles. I never seen Real Genius. But based on the fact that I've seen one and not the other, I had to vote for 16 Candles. I don't know how good Real Genius is, but it's whatever. The group, however, also moved on 16 Candles. 42 votes to 11. So that lets me know Real Genius probably wasn't popping like everybody thought it was. Next up, Labyrinth and Return of the Jedi. I know this was a problem in one household in particular. It was a house divided. Good friends of mine, the Stiffs, they were very adamant on this post. And I remember watching Labyrinth, and I was like, this is a pretty good, fantasy movie and all that stuff. I'm looking at it like Return of the Jedi. You had laser swords. You had laser swords in Return of the Jedi. You had Jabba the Hutt. You had the whole Tatooine on the sand cruiser where he jumps off the thing like he's going into the pit, flips up, comes back, catches the lightsaber in the air, cuts his handcuffs. Bro, you trying to tell me that's better? Labyrinth is better than that? You can't do it. You can't do it. You can't tell me Labyrinth is better than Return of the Jedi. You just can't. And the last scene where you had Luke and his battle with Darth Vader, you had Han and them guys, the battle on the forest moon, and then you had Lando and them out in space trying to... You had 3 big-ass battles all in the same shit going on at the same time. You can't fuck with that. You cannot fuck with that at all. So that's why, to me, Return of the Jedi moves on, and that is also why the group as a whole moved that on. 61 votes to 9. Labyrinth only got 9 votes. Return of the Jedi got 61 votes. We in this bitch. People were like laser swords for the win. We in here. Next up, we got Nightmare on Elm Street and Little Shop of Horrors. Myself, I voted on Little Shop. You guys in the group voted on Nightmare on Elm Street, 33 votes to 19. The reason I moved on Little Shop, I like the music and I like the fucking plant. I forget his name. But Seymour, feed me Seymour. Like that motherfucker was eating everybody up. And then Seymour got to the point where he was like, I'm gonna kill this woman's, boyfriend or whatever, and I'm gonna feed this motherfucker. Like, he got so twisted. He was like, I'm gonna kill people, just feed them to this fucking plant, and nobody will ever know. Little Shop of Horrors is. I know I'm not big on musicals. But Little Shop of Horrors has a. This. I don't know if they need to remake it. I'm scared if they remake it, they're gonna fuck it up.
When I was growing up, there was this statement. I think it was Pascal. He said, all of man's problems arise.
Yeah.
He cannot sit by himself.
So welcome back to my boy. I hope everything's all right. You got everything taken care of?
Yeah. So my son was excited to tell me that he likes a girl. So he was like, Dad.
Her name Jessica Rabbit? Her name Jessica Rabbit. He can jump on the podcast right now. No, I'm playing.
He was like, Dad, guess what? I was like, what? He was like, the girl, Dad. And I was like, okay. He's like, you're supposed to be excited, Dad. You're supposed to be happy for me, Dad.
So shout out, my man just jumped in, my man Speedy. He's saying, damn, I'm out of place, born in 83 and I grew up in a Mexican household. We had nothing but Telemundo on TV. Didn't watch some of these movies till I was in the military. And it's all good. I mean, as long as they're made in the 80s, if you like them, you allowed to vote. It's fine. We ain't discriminating when you've seen it. They just have to be a movie that happened between 80 and 89, which there are 2 movies that y'all were really adamant about that I put on here, but I did not vote for because they were made in the 70s. All you Rocky fans out there and shit. But I digress.
Yeah.
Where we at? American Werewolf in London and Dirty Dancing. I voted for Dirty Dancing because, like I said, I could watch that movie and laugh at it for days. I didn't vote for it because I was moved by it. I voted for it because y'all know Patrick Swayze cannot dance. Yet there was a whole movie that was based on how great of a dancer he is. Y'all thought that not y'all, because I'm assuming everybody, most of us here were kids when this was out. If you were a full up woman adult and you were watching that like, oh my God, Patrick Swayze just gets me going. Off of those moves in that movie, y'all corny. I know y'all just do Missionary. If that got you going, Missionary is your favorite position.
Oh, that vanilla ass shit.
If Patrick Swayze in that movie gets you going, Missionary is your favorite position. I don't care if his mom's a professional dancer. I don't care. However, the group also went with it. 13 votes for American Werewolf and then 43 for Dirty Dancing. So they moved on. There we go. And then the last one, Ferris Bueller and Color Purple. I'm thinking about what I just said, and it's hilarious. If Dirty Dancing turns you on, Missionary's your favorite position.
Yo, that shit is fucking mad, bro.
Ferris Bueller's Day Off and The Color Purple. Ferris Bueller obviously won this because it's a more popular movie, and I get it. I enjoy the movie. It's not a movie. It's not like a go-to movie for me. And I already kind of talked about The Color Purple and why I voted for it on, because like I said, it was one of those super serious movies. Like as a kid, I was like, why y'all have me watching this? But then as I was watching it, my mom, dad, grandma and stuff, because we were watching it as a big group.
Oh, y'all went over The Color Purple already?
What's up?
I didn't provide my commentary. I didn't provide my commentary for The Color Purple. But,
no, we just got to it.
That movie does not get enough credit. Huh?
No, this is my first time talking about The Color
What'd you
Purple.
say?
Remember, I was talking about Stand By Me.
Oh, okay,
and Color
okay,
Purple.
okay.
So yeah. So go ahead and tell us about Color Purple, man.
Yeah. So this was the first movie to where, like, as a kid, I related to it and I thought it was super serious. But as an adult, like, I can watch that movie and just be fucking rolling the whole way through. Because as a kid, you're like, damn, Mister's mean. You know what I mean? But as an adult, I'm like, yo, the way they acted behind Mister is fucking hilarious, bro. Like, they had her spell her words out and shit. You know, they had her spell her words out, and then when he walks in the door, she's like, Mister, period. Yo, that shit, I was like, that shit is fucking hilarious. Like, it's gonna rain on your forehead. And like, all my life, I had to fight. Like, these are phrases
Like,
that people use now. Like, that shit is hilarious.
And I'm just like, Oprah was the most gangster person in that movie. Don't you do it. Don't do it. Oh, Miss Clear, don't you do it. Like, they knew that person was in trouble. Like, she about to fuck this white dude up.
Yeah.
Don't do it. Oh, man. But yeah, so the group moved on Ferris Bueller. I moved on Color Purple, but I kind of figured that'd be a underdog. So now the group has Karate Kid versus Back to the Future 2. They moved on Back to the Future. Oh, actually, Karate Kid beat out Back to the Future 2. 56-23. I moved on Back to the Future 2 because Danny LaRusso is a bitch to me. So
hardcore.
Yeah.
Hardcore.
I don't understand how he won that tournament. He only had one good leg, and my man just didn't go for the one good leg. Like, Danny was literally sitting there in a crane stance. Like, you know a kick is coming, and you just ran into it.
Kick the good leg, motherfucker.
Bro,
Kick the good leg.
It was ridiculous. But the group moved on Karate Kid.
Nah, we gonna run in on.
Which one did you move on? Or who'd you have there at that part of the bracket between Karate Kid and Back to the Future?
I moved on Karate Kid.
All right. The next up, the group had Empire Strikes Back. Oh, go ahead.
I thought, as good as I thought Back to the Future 1 was, oh no, I'm sorry. As good as I thought Back to the Future 1 was, Back to the Future 2, it was too much pressure on that movie to be great. And I still feel like that.
Did you see
it's not a bad movie.
Marty McFly, he had a hoverboard and he had the Nike mags with the auto lacing. Come on, my guy. As a kid, I was like, I want those shoes.
Right.
And I want hoverboards, and I don't have them yet.
Yeah.
And And I got pissed when those whatever the things they came out with a few years ago, trying to call them hoverboards, but they had wheels on them, and you drove them by like leaning forward and shit. Kids were like, "Oh man, these are hoverboards."
Yeah, them dangerous.
Yeah, kids were like, "These are hoverboards." I'm like,
You almost took out a national treasure in Mike Tyson with that shit.
I was like, "Y'all runner, them shits ain't hovering. There's wheels touching the ground. All right, watch your mouth and get out of here with your Segway with no handlebars. That's what it's called, a handlebarless Segway."
Right. That's all that shit is.
Goddamn.
Yep.
Hoverboard. Bitch, you ain't even hovering.
Anybody impressed by that shit?
You ain't even hovering. I hope your battery catch on fire and burn your house down.
And be looking all snooty and shit on them motherfuckers. Nose all in the air. Look at me on my hoverboard.
That's how they be doing. They just be looking at you like, get your damn sedity ass up out of here.
Gas off there.
Your sedity ass up out of here. Can't even walk to go check the mail. You scootering down the goddamn thing. Anyways. So next up, we got the group has Empire Strikes Back versus 16 Candles. And of course, 16 Candles gets mopped. 52 votes to 14. I also moved on Empire Strikes Back.
Yep. Out of the first trilogy, my favorite.
That is the consensus going on. Next, we have Return of the Jedi versus Nightmare on Elm Street. The group moved on Return of the Jedi, 53 votes to 21. I had Jedi in Little Shop, and I moved on Return of the Jedi as well.
So did I.
Yep. And then finally, Dirty Dancing versus Ferris Bueller's Day Off. Ferris Bueller wiped the floor with Dirty Dancing, 57 to 16. I had Color Purple there, and I moved that on over Dirty Dancing. I think this was the one where you were just like, if there's ever a movie that needed to be destroyed, it was this.
It was Dirty Dancing. I was so happy because I wanted Color Purple to win, right. And Color Purple didn't make it out, but I had Color Purple winning anyway. So I was like, thank you, group, for destroying this movie. Like, I was pissed, but I was happy. I was like, thank you.
Yep.
Oh, Taylor brought up The Outsiders. Maybe we should do another bracket.
Oh, we are. Like I said, Tracy already gave us like 32 movies already, so half the bracket done. Half the motherfucking bracket done.
Yeah, true.
Shit. So, back to this. The group has Karate Kid versus Empire Strikes Back. Empire moved on 58 votes to 28. And then they had Return of the Jedi versus Ferris Bueller's Day Off. And I think... Did Ferris win this one? I think Ferris won this one.
Bueller won that one.
Yeah, Ferris won this one.
Yeah, I think Bueller won that one. I was like, how the fuck?
Yeah,
I was like, how did this happen?
At this point, I was like, there's no way Ferris is going to beat Return of the... But it did, which is cool, because then you just would have ended up with a Empire Strikes Back versus Return of the Jedi type thing, which is what... That's on my bracket. That's the thing I have here. And I actually moved on Return of the Jedi just based off what I said at the end. You had Luke versus Darth Vader and Palpatine on top of Han Solo and them on the fucking forest moon trying to take down the shield generator, and your boy Lando up there with his co-pilot and them taking down the Death Star. So it was like 3 different fights. They just kept switching from fight to fight, and as a kid, I'm just like, what the fuck is going on? This is so much. But I moved on Jedi.
Right.
But I can understand Empire Strike Back being in the Final Four, because like you said, it was probably the most dramatic of all the movies of the trilogy, the original trilogy.
Mm-hmm.
So far on this side in the Final Four, the group has Back to the Future going against Empire Strikes Back. To the other side of the bracket, Batman was the 2 seed, and that went up against War Games. And it moved on easy 55 votes to 8. I also moved on Batman. You got anything different?
War Games is a very good fucking movie. I can't understate that. Yeah. That is a very good movie.
Yeah. I haven't seen it. I just keep hearing about it like it's underrated. And I'm like, I'll get around to it one day. Probably not.
War games.
But I'll get around to it.
War games is like war games. If you are a link person or a data link person, then war games will relate to you it will relate to you on a very high fucking level. So
it's more like what Ender's Game was, but it's like 80's Ender's Game. From what I'm understanding.
Yeah.
So next up we have Beverly Hills Cop 2 versus A Christmas Story, and it's Christmas Story all day, every day. I think Beverly Hills Cop, the original, was the best of the Beverly Hills Cop movies.
Yeah.
So I didn't mind to. I still laughed at a couple parts, but Christmas Story, man, if it's Christmas Eve in the McCoy household and Christmas Story's not on, I'm burning the house down. It's a classic movie. The group also moved on Christmas Story, 36 votes to 25. Next up, we got Die Hard versus Nightmare on Elm Street 3. Die Hard won, washed Nightmare. Die Hard got 69 votes.
Washed it.
Nightmare.
I felt sorry for Freddie, man. I felt real bad for him.
I was going to, but then I saw he won on the other side, so I'm just like, well, that's cool. I don't want two Nightmares on Elm Streets going through. Weird Science and Raiders of the Lost Ark was next up. The group moved on Raiders of the Lost Ark 42 to 15. Now, I saw Weird Science in the 80s as a child once, and I thought, I forget her name, but the girl they created, I was like, oh, she bad. She kind of bad. It was one of the movies, like, I was watching, I had to, like, look around and be like, are my parents looking at me weird? Because I think I'm doing weird shit over here, you know? When this girl showed up on the screen. But Indiana Jones? Raiders of the Lost Ark? Come on, bro. Action. I was like, hey, that's Han Solo. But he's doing other shit now.
Yeah.
George Lucas was in his bag back then. So I had no problem with the group moving on Raiders of the Lost Ark. Now we come up to Goonies versus Rocky 2. I voted for Goonies because Rocky 2 was made in the 70s. It was a 79 movie. So it didn't count, so I didn't give it no love.
Same.
Yep. However, people in the group apparently didn't know that. 10 people voted for Rocky 2. But it didn't matter. I wasn't going to let it go through anyway. I was going to establish my power. This one was so hard for me. This next one. Short Circuit versus Land Before Time. If there was a matchup that I took my time.
That was a hard one.
If there was a time where I just wish I could vote twice and move them both on, probably take another movie off this list and move it somewhere else. Because let me tell you, Land Before Time was like the first time I cried in the theater as a kid. When Littlefoot's mother died, protecting him from Sharptooth, and she was talking to him, and Littlefoot was like, "Get up, Mom, get up." She was like, "Oh my God, Littlefoot, bro." Like, it reminded me of like when my mom is super tired and I was trying to get her to do shit, and she's just like, "Yo, just go. Like, just fix your sandwich, whatever, just go." But then like, she ain't getting up after that shit. And then Littlefoot's just out there hooking up or like just meeting friends and trying to go on this adventure with this racist ass Triceratops and shit. I was just like, bro, I feel you, Littlefoot. Like, you just trying to make it. Bro, would you
fuck these motherfuckers?
Tell me that Triceratops was not the most racist fucking all lives matter Triceratops in the thing, man. Bro, she was like 3 horns, never play with long necks. Like, bitch, we just out here trying not to get eaten by the same dinosaur. You know what I'm saying? Like, we on the same team. Just when Sharptooth come through, just give me a heads up. Don't be like, oh, that's a long neck. Be out of here. You know? Just give me a heads up. Now you lost too. This earthquake happened. Now you lost. Now you want to roll with. Now you want to roll with your squad. Now you see me with the squad. Now you want to roll with me, huh? Okay.
Yep.
Okay, Sarah.
Yep.
Racist ass chick. But I also like Short Circuit as well. I think that was probably one of the better movies I've seen as a kid in the 80s. When like he powered down, like he died. Like he's a robot, but when they like powered him down, I cried too. What happened to Johnny Five? What happened to Johnny Five? Then he came back. He's like Johnny Five alive.
He was so cool.
At the end of the movie, he was like full gold plated. I was just like, I love Johnny Five. So it was hard to pick. But I went with Land Before Time. Just based off of that movie had all of my feelings. The group said Land Before Time as well.
Hell yeah.
This one was close, 41-38. Land Before Time won.
I picked Short Circuit. I had to.
Good. Taylor's like Short Circuit is Wall-E. Like I love Wall-E. It's probably one of my favorite Pixar movies, but he ain't nowhere close to my man Johnny Five. He ain't nowhere close to Johnny Five. Was out there interacting with humans and fixing breakfast and shit, and he was a cool dude. Like I could chill with Johnny Five. Wall-E, my man, all he could say is Wall-E.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Eva, Wall-E, Eva,
Wall-E. He was like Hodor, but a robot.
But Johnny was saying everything, man. Johnny Five, come on, man. Johnny Five, I'm alive. I'm just like, what? I feel you, Johnny. Next, we have The Dark Crystal and Full Metal Jacket. I thought The Dark Crystal was a ripoff of Labyrinth as a kid. I'm just like, ain't this the same shit? But it wasn't. It was an okay movie.
Right.
As a kid, some of those creatures was kind of like scary and shit. I ain't gonna lie, I had like a couple of dreams the motherfuckers showed up in. Like them long-legged ones and shit that I'm just like, yo, get the fuck up out my dreams. Like this ain't supposed to be in here. But Full Metal Jacket was good. Watching it after you join the military, it's kind of funny because you see like their experience. See their experience in basic, and you're just like, man, chill the fuck out. Like, calm the fuck down. I wish a motherfucker would come at me like that. But again, I'm in the Air Force because I wanted no parts of that Marine boot camp because I heard stories. But the group also felt Full Metal Jacket was the truth and voted that on 40-14. What say ye?
I'm not gonna lie to you. The first 30 minutes of Full Metal Jacket, I can watch that forever.
On a loop. Oh man.
Yep. Just how it comes on, like you see them all going through. Getting the haircuts, then you hear, "Hi, I'm Gunnery Sergeant Hardman. You're a senior drill instructor." Like that shit alone is just like.
Rest in peace.
Shit just got real for you bastards.
My man R. Lee Emery, man, who played the hell out of that role, man. He played the fucking hell out of that drill sergeant.
Yeah, he did.
Next,
he did. He really did. Fun fact: he's from about 10 minutes up the road from where I am.
Oh yeah.
So he's from Palmdale. Like he lived there. He had a before he died, he had a brewery out here that we used to go hang out to called Bravery Brewery. Shout out to them. But they named a beer after him called Gunny. So he was pretty big out in this area, man.
My man Speedy said for the longest time he didn't know there was more there was more to Full Metal Jacket than the first 30 minutes.
Right. They leave basic.
So
but especially I guess like after you join the military, like the only part that really counts is the basic part, because like that's the shit they show to you like on Keesler, like for us the trip to Keesler, it was like, here you go, now that you've graduated, get on this bus, we'll play Full Metal Jacket all the way to Keesler. And it's like, okay, But after the first 30 minutes, I'm asleep because I laughed my ass off.
I as well also fell asleep. So he's from Louisiana. I didn't know that. Arlie Emery.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so does he like to get shit on as well? Because everybody from Louisiana apparently is into that, right?
God damn it! Why? Don't put Odell's fuckery on us. That's not a Louisiana thing.
Odell done fucked y'all all up.
Don't put that shit on us.
I'd be like, did you shower? Coming in here with this shitty ass chest. Anyway, so Breakfast Club and Indiana Jones.
Bring your shitty ass over here.
Temple of Doom. So I voted for Temple of Doom because, again, as a kid, I'm more of the, bro, you better have some shit blown up, some action, something going on, than I was Breakfast Club, high school drama. Because ain't no drama, there's not enough drama in high school to do a fucking full movie off of, all right? Them kids was just going through some shit. Like, I look at Stand By Me, and I'm like, that's realistic drama. I can see that shit. I look at Breakfast Club, be like, man, get y'all detention-having ass kids up out this motherfucking place, man. It's a coming-to-age movie. They come together, and they realize, hey, the jock can hang out with the nerd, and I don't give a fuck. It's boring. It ain't funny. It just has that one song at the end. Don't you forget about me. No, 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 no. That's all I know. It's boring, and it has that song at the end when the dude's like, yeah, we made it. Yeah. I hate the Breakfast Club, in case you didn't know. But the group moved it on, 41 votes to 23, because apparently they like, you know, over-dramatic teenagers than a fucking archaeologist risking his life in a temple full of booby traps. But, you know, to each its own. What'd you have?
I guess.
You like Breakfast Club?
Temple of Doom.
Oh.
Obviously.
I was about to say, boy, if you said
I did, but I didn't like it more than Temple of Doom.
Okay. All right. So I need to run to the restroom real quick. Go ahead and talk to the people for a bit. I'll be back.
All right. So at the end of that bracket, we have Batman versus The Christmas Story. And I think the group moved on Batman. And listen, Batman, for all intents and purposes, I voted Batman, but I voted it. I voted it based off of nostalgia and the fact that Prince did the damn soundtrack to the Batman. Because let's be honest, Prince having something to do with the Batman soundtrack was amazing. So that Scandalous song, dope ass shit. So let's see what the group had it at. The group voted for, let's go to the announcements. Ooh-wee. Yeah, it was bad. It was bad. Landsliding. So I will say this about the group this week. Now, you guys have some landslides in here, but 80s movies is going to get that type of love. So it's going to be what it's going to be. I wasn't mad this week like I was in previous weeks. I was kind of cussing y'all out low key, but in previous weeks, I was just like, you know what? I'm done with the group. This week, not so much, because all these movies, you can easily win them. You can easily win them. Now, while he's gone, because I want to catch back up. I ain't gonna move forward without him. But we are going to do a part 2 because you guys are throwing up in the comments some great movie choices. So in the comments, keep going with what you want to watch. What y'all want to see in these comments.
What up, though? I'm back. Hold on, let me lock this door for my child come busting in here.
Welcome back. So, where we at? Real quick before, oh shit, he just walked back off. So
what up? Where we at?
No, so I just brought out Batman versus Christmas Story. I left it off at there, and I think that's what the group had, right? Batman versus A Christmas Story.
Yeah, they had it up there, and they voted Batman on 54 votes to 15.
Yeah, it was bad. It was a bad one. All right, I'm gonna mute real quick because I'm getting phone calls,
right,
and it might be important. Hold on.
Do that. Next up, the group we got Die Hard versus Raiders of the Lost Ark. And this is where I realized how hard y'all ride for fucking Die Hard, right? Because y'all in here, 62 votes for Die Hard, 27 for Raiders of the Lost Ark. I am sitting here like, I mean, I like Yippee-Ki-Yay. You know what I'm saying? I like McClane. I like my man. You know, Bruce Willis when he had hair. I like Bruce Willis with hair. You know, he was a decent action star. But y'all just going to disrespect my man Harrison Ford is Indiana Jones. You know what I'm saying? You just going to disrespect him like he went out here in these streets risking his life for stuff too. But it's whatever. Like I said, it's the 80s. You like what you like. It was a weird time. Y'all like Die Hard. It's cool. So Die Hard moved on. I moved on Raiders of the Lost Ark. I'm just letting y'all know. Moving on. The group had Goonies versus Land Before Time. Now, after what I just told y'all know I moved on Land Before Time. Goonies is all right, but I just think it's one of those movies like Ferris Bueller that's just like, people like it because they feel it's something they're supposed to be able to like, because the larger consensus is just like, Goonies is such a great movie. It's a piece of cinematic history. It's okay movie. You know, it's a good movie. I don't want to say it's okay. It's a good movie, but it never really gave me the feels like Land Before Time. Land Before Time had me all over the place, man, as a child. Goonies did not. I go outside and it's not like, you know, because I mean, it's not like people are just like, you know, let's go play Land Before Time, but nobody's like, let's play Goonies. You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't amazing, but I know as a kid, seeing dinosaurs and come on, man, to me, Land Before Time. But the group wanted to move on. Goonies won 63-21. I felt some kind of way about that disparity of votes, but it is what it is. I let you guys have Goonies. See, I can listen to the people. What's the homegirl Janie say? I see a comment real quick. I hear the theory is Indiana Jones' adventures are Han Solo's dreams or vice versa. Oh, that's some weird multiverse stuff right there. I keep them separated. Star Wars over here, Indiana Jones over here. Janie was like, she heard a theory that Indiana Jones' adventures are Han Solo's dreams or vice versa.
That's just weird.
Yeah. I gotta look into that. But yeah, you guys moved Goonies on. Then we had Full Metal Jacket versus Breakfast Club, and Full Metal Jacket won 43-29. So yeah, Full Metal Jacket went on the win.
Fairly close.
I was glad because, like I said, Breakfast Club is just another one of those movies where people are just like, you have to have seen it. It's a staple in 80s cinematic. I'm just like, yeah, okay, I'll get around to it. Like to sit down and actually watch this thing through. Like if a movie is boring to me, I'm just not going to sit there and force myself to watch it. Like I have the right as an adult and as a paying consumer to not pay money or waste time watching something that I know I don't like. And I stand by it. I stand by it. Moving right along. Oh, shout out to my cousin Javon. He said he played Goonies once. Just once though? That lets you know how boring it was because you never played it again. So that proves my point.
Goonies?
Goonies. Like he went outside to play Goonies. Like his friends came over and was like, yo, let's go play Goonies.
Oh, like let's go on an adventure type of shit?
I don't know. I just never played Goonies. I was just like, those kids could have died at any time. Why is everybody having a good time about this? You're fat shaming this dude, Truffle Shuffle. No, I'm playing. At that time, it was cool to make fun of fat people. So, childhood obesity was hilarious back then. But here we are.
It was.
So we're back up here. Batman versus Die Hard. Die Hard won 53-22. Again, y'all.
It was bad.
Y'all ride for McCain like that. It's cool. McClane, you know, he doing his shit. I moved Batman on myself because as a kid, to grow up watching the corny Batman sitcom, Holy Rusted Metal Batman, that shit, to this Batman where Joker is actually killing people, I was just like, well, damn, this is real life. We out here, wow.
Listen. I said this while you were gone, but the fact that Prince was on the soundtrack to Batman had a lot to do with me liking Batman.
Yes, sir.
Because that Batman soundtrack.
Yep. I moved on Batman. But y'all in this group, y'all hard-headed, so y'all moved on Die Hard because y'all hard-headed. See what I did there? So now, Goonies versus Full Metal Jacket. You guys moved Goonies on, which was a shock to me. I thought y'all would have went Full Metal Jacket based on based on the number of military people in here, but y'all keep trying to make Goonies a thing and it won't work. I'm not going to admit Goonies is an amazing movie. It's a good movie, you know, but once you've seen it once or twice, it's like, do you need to really keep, like, what's the replay value of Goonies? Like, once you see it, you see it. Like my bracket,
bro. I got a Blu-ray copy of Goonies that I've never opened.
Saving it for a special occasion or what?
No, I'm just never gonna open it.
Yeah, I'm just not gonna fuck with it. So where we at? We got Die Hard versus Goonies in the group as your going into your final four for this one. Goonies won 55-42. So Die Hard had its run and it stops, and you guys were just like, Goonies is the most amazing movie in this bracket. So it moved over. I had Batman winning out of this bracket, but you know what I'm saying? Y'all ain't trying to hear real movie critic talk happening in here. So moving to this last bracket, Ghostbusters versus Beetlejuice. I'll say, when did Beetlejuice become a cartoon? Because I fucked with Beetlejuice when it was a cartoon.
Like 89. It was like 89, 88 or 89.
Okay. Because the movie Beetlejuice, as a kid, I could not fucking understand what was going on. I'm like, is he cool or not? Like, what is happening here? But Ghostbusters off.
He was like, Beetlejuice was the anti-hero.
Yeah. But Ghostbusters, like, I knew Ghostbusters was a better movie off the rip anyway. Bill Murray, I want to say probably Bill Murray's best role in a movie outside of Groundhog Day. And that's just me personally.
I'll give you that.
Him as Peter in Ghostbusters was great. I like it.
Yeah.
The group moved Ghostbusters on 35-22. So a lot of y'all really like that Beetlejuice. Michael Keaton as Beetlejuice. He played the shit out of it. He was good. He was better as Batman, and y'all didn't give him no props for that.
Yeah, he did.
But that's just me. Next we have Better Off Dead versus Commando. Like I said, bro, I see explosions, I see cars flip over, I see guns. I'm there. I've never seen Better Off Dead. I've seen Commando. As a kid, I thought it was awesome. As an adult, It's hilarious because Arnold cannot speak English, so I moved Commando on, and the group did too. 30-10.
I did too, but I like Better Off Dead.
What was Better Off Dead? Because when I looked at it, I automatically thought, "Don't tell mom the babysitter's dead," which is another one. So put that in the comments too, Tracy and Taylor.
It's kind of like that. It's a comedy, but it's kind of like what can go wrong will go wrong. Hold on one second.
Yeah. Shout out to Taylor, letting everybody know that I be out here spitting facts. All right, because I be doing that. Who snuck into the movies to see Beetlejuice? Javon? Y'all, wow. Oh man. So yeah, Commando went. Next up, we got E.T. and Monster Squad. Again, I was not a monster. I have not seen Monster Squad. Looking at the comments, it appears to be a movie that I should check out. I'll probably get around to it. But if we're being real, E.T. was just at it. E.T. was, at that time, a cinematic masterpiece. I was like, aliens are real. I saw E.T., I was like, I knew it. I knew they were real. And it's amazing because I bet my parents were looking at me like, this stupid ass kid. Our son actually thinks aliens are real. He's so dumb. He gets it from your side of the family. That's probably a conversation going on. Because I'm not like, after E.T., I'm sitting there like, I can't wait for my alien friend to come. I can't wait till my alien friend gets here. And my parents, like, at what point as a parent do you just be like, man, our child is just stupid? You know what I'm saying?
Everything follows.
Like, I'm watching E.T. and I'm just like, oh shit, aliens.
You better not let him touch you with them balmy ass fingers.
Aliens be out here. And my parents are watching me in awe, believing in aliens, and they're just like, look at this fool. Because it's not like Santa Claus, where like at a certain point you're just like, bro, like Santa, like we've been buying you these presents. Because there's like full up adults that still are out here like, bro, aliens are about to come through anytime now. Just like, chill. E.T. phone home. Bikes flying and shit. I'm just like, man, I wish somebody would make my bike fly. Where's my alien friend? Never showed up. Still waiting.
Right?
Still waiting for my alien friend. Next up, we got Neverending Story versus Rambo First Blood. Not even a... Rambo First Blood is a classic B movie that I can look at and laugh at because of how bad it's done. If you say something negative about Neverending Story, I will do something to cause you harm. Because I will ride with Neverending Story to the death.
Hands must be thrown.
Yes.
Hands must be thrown.
We will have a duel.
Fisticuffs, my guy.
We will have a duel. Like Aaron Burr, Alexander Hamilton, without the rapping. It will be... I will put a metal ball in this gun and shoot it into your body if you say something negative about Neverending Story in my presence. That's just me. So I voted for Neverending Story, and the group thought that too. They felt it. The group was like, okay, 54 votes, or actually 48 votes to 22. Neverending Story moved on. Now we're at Gremlins versus Rocky. Again, Rocky was made in the 70s, so I did not show it any love, and I voted for Gremlins.
By default, I had to pick Gremlins. Yep, yes. I did that too.
Gremlins
by default.
43
Sorry,
to 34.
Rocky was a great movie, but by default,
yep,
had to pick Gremlins.
Now, Rocky 4, straight 80s. Up against Legend, Rocky 4. Again, don't get me wrong, like Labyrinth, Legend, Dark Crystal, I liked all those fantasy movies and stuff. The costumes and all that, great. But Rocky 4? Come on. I don't know the name of the song he was training to when he went to Russia and Drago had all the science and the labs and shit like that, and Rocky was just in that cold-ass barn fucking hauling shit that mules and horses were carrying. And, yeah. I was like, this motherfucker here. I was like, he about to.
Yeah, you
knock
better
his
avenge
head
this
off.
motherfucker. You know what I'm talking about?
He killed your boy. He killed Apollo. You better get it. Take
Go
the
in the
shit seriously.
damn towel.
Don't hit damn cow. Oh man. Hey, don't be saying R tracks in here. Hey, don't be bringing feelings in here. Chill out. Chill out. We already know you don't need to share never-ending story facts. All right, you try to make a motherfucker cry on the live. We can't do that. Got the sniffles though a little bit, but next up we got Aliens.
Cut it out. Cut it out.
Quit playing. Aliens versus Friday the 13th. I was not into, especially as a child, scary ass movies like that. As an adult, I do
Friday
like
the 13th?
I do like, as an adult, or as I got older, I did appreciate the fact that he was just chopping up spoiled ass teenagers, which, I mean, I get it, Jason. You know, you went to the camp, they did you wrong. Now these kids come back up acting like they run the earth. Let them know what's up. Chop, chop, chop.
Fuck all them kids.
Slice, slice.
Yeah, fuck them.
Slice and dice.
Fuck them.
Fuck them all. So I voted for Aliens. The group moved Aliens on. 67 votes to 25. Also, Rocky IV beat Legend 68-11. So now we come up to Princess Bride and the Adventures of Baron Von, whatever the fuck it was. I've never heard of that movie. My boy.
Fuck that movie. It didn't even need whatever was there was losing.
This was the biggest upset in the history of Smoke Pit. 96 votes to 0. 96 votes to 0. Not one person threw a pity vote in that motherfucker. Princess Bride was it.
Not even me, because I was like, I'm not doing that. Last week I gave him a mercy vote. Not this week. Fuck it. That movie dies.
And it's gone. It's gone. So we're back up here. Ghostbusters versus Commando. Ghostbusters won 64 votes to 9, which I'll allow. It's decent. I like it.
Yep.
Then we got E.T. versus Neverending Story. Neverending Story won 54 to 34. So I'm just like, yeah, the group is, we're here. Mind meld. We're there. Gremlins versus Rocky IV. Surprisingly, Gremlins beat out Rocky IV.
Rocky IV. Yeah.
Surprising. Like, I love Gremlins too, but come on now. Because I wanted a little Mowgli too. Little, you know what I'm saying? You know, don't feed them after midnight. You know, don't put water on them, shit. You know, all that stuff. It was a good movie. Like, it wasn't too scary. Like, there was some shit in there where I'm just like, God, Jesus. But it wasn't too scary as a kid that I was able to.
I mean, the instructions were simple, though. Like, don't feed this motherfucker late. Like, do you really want to feed your kid late? And then don't put water on them. Like, I know you want to clean them and shit, but don't do that shit. Right. Let him stay dirty. Put his little dirty ass back in the cage, and it's fine. You know what I mean? Otherwise, you just gonna get some shit you don't want.
It was pretty simple now that you mention it.
Seems like simple.
Motherfucker gave him a piece of paper with 2 rules. He gave him a piece of paper with 2 rules. It ain't say nothing about no shots. It ain't say nothing about take no walk. It ain't say nothing. It's just like, hey, don't feed the motherfucker after 12.
No.
I would follow up with, now if I travel with him and we go to the East Coast, does his body adjust to 12 o'clock East Coast time? That's the only question I would have.
Yeah.
Because he can't
get daylight savings affect this motherfucker. Like, we need to know that.
Like, you give me 2 rules and I'm gonna be like, this looks easy. However, let's talk about travel. If we go international, how does that work?
Right.
Second,
right. Does his body adjust? Like,
motherfucker be on a plane eating something at like 11:58. You fly to another time zone and his body just be like, oh, after 12.
Right.
Second, when is the
bro, we set you on Pacific.
Second,
we set you specifically to that time zone.
Second, when's the earliest I can feed him? Because he's going to need to eat the next day. which is after 12. So
Right.
like, what's the buffer like? Because when do I give him breakfast? Because, you know, it's after midnight. Here it is 7 a.m. Can I give him food now? Or is he about to spaz the fuck out and turn into fucking, what was his name? Rex. Spike, or whatever. So, you know, now that we talk about it, maybe the rules weren't as clear as possible. Because, like, if he stinks, I'm going to be like, man, you need to take a bath, but I can't get you wet. But you got shit in your fur. You know what I'm saying? Like, what do I do? How do I clean you?
Right. You gotta let this sit.
Do I just take you to the dry cleaner and then just...
we'll bring you to Odell's house. Odell will like you. We'll put you...
Oh, you got shit on your fur? I know somebody who will take you. I'll sell you to Odell Beckham. He likes shit. He likes shit. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Where we at? God damn it. So, yeah, Gremlins beat out Rocky.
Gremlins.
Aliens and Princess Bride. Princess Bride won 62-35. So now back up here, we got Ghostbusters beating Neverending Story 76-16. I was like, it's a good movie, but don't make it seem like it's just shitting on my Neverending Story.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Don't do that.
Right.
Don't do that.
I thought that's the one I thought should have been closer.
Yes. And then we have Princess Bride beating Gremlins 57-35, which sets up Ghostbusters versus Princess Bride, which is probably one of the closest battles we've had in a bracket in a while. Because as I was creating the final four last night, it was tied like 48-48.
It was close all day. It was close all day yesterday.
Yep. Oh, real quick, shout out to the homie Vuk. Got Mike Vukovic in here. Vuk is in the building. What's up, man? He has probably one of the most epic mustaches you'll ever see in life if you ever had the pleasure of meeting him.
Hell yeah. One hell of a poker player, too.
Yes. Yes. Poker face on 1000. However, Ghostbusters beat out Princess Bride, which I am cool with. I am very cool. There are some people who are not down with that outcome. It does not mean that Princess Bride is a trash movie, because people were getting in their feelings about this movie. They thought, people were hitting me up in my inbox thinking that when I made that post, like, we just need a vote to break this tie, and then like 3 people voted for Ghostbusters and broke the tie. People thought like I had people lined up to do that. When I'll just tell you off the rip, if I want a movie to advance, I will just do it. I.e., go back to where superhero movie bracket, where I just took Son of the Mask out of the running because y'all were fucking up on me. I don't need to put in a fix, baby. I run the bracket. If I don't want it in there, oops. Oops, it's out of there. But I don't do that. I let the people vote.
Actually, I thought you did that with Die Hard and Die Hard and Batman.
When I flipped,
I thought you did it. I was like, oh, he made a command decision.
Yeah, and nobody even said nothing.
He made a command decision.
Bro, like 20-something people voted on that poll. And I'm just like, wait, what? And you're like, yeah, bro, you read it backwards. I was like, oh shit. I went back and fixed it and stuff. And I'm just like, damn. Like, I appreciate y'all just rolling with the punches. Like, nobody was just like, hey, man, electoral college bullshit, get the shit out of here. Y'all just went with it. Because we're sheep. Because we're all sheep. No, I'm playing. I love y'all. So, the group's final four, Back to the Future versus Empire Strikes Back. And we have Goonies versus Ghostbusters. Empire Strikes Back beat out Back to the Future 53-36. Ghostbusters beat Goonies 43-41. So that's another close one. So now I haven't checked But let me see what the final is live, because I was giving some people some time to vote.
Oh, we're going live to the final?
Yeah, I'm bringing it up now. I think somebody kind of spoiled it in the comments. My man CJ was just like, I don't see how Star Wars won this thing at all. And I was just like, ugh. That might have been it. Let me go to the announcements. And here live. Yep. 52 votes to 17. Empire Strikes Back wins the...
God damn.
Yeah. Jesus. I did not expect that.
That ain't even fair.
I didn't even expect that.
Me neither.
But I mean, it's laser swords, so it's whatever.
Because when he put up the post, like we both were starting to prep for the show. So,
yeah. So I was
we didn't get
live.
we didn't get the luxury of seeing the final vote.
Yeah. So the group thinks Empire Strikes in bracket A, because apparently I'm looking at all these movies here, and I'm just like, yo, this is amazing stuff here. We're gonna have a bracket B real soon. But yeah, that's what the group had. My personal pick, where am I at? I picked Batman based off the bracket.
So my personal pick in my finals, I had Die Hard versus Coming to America.
Yeah.
And Coming to America won my bracket. So, I mean, you can't really go wrong because all of these movies were great movies.
Yes.
So.
Yes. Oh, hey, Vuk, don't get Jedi started up, bro. Jedi come in here and be like, let me tell you guys about Star Wars.
Yeah, leave Jedi out of that.
We know where Jedi stands on this. Oh, man. But yeah, so that does it for our bracket. Empire Strike Back wins. So before we bounce, just make sure, check the announcements tab in the group. I put a post in there to nominate your relatable villains before Sunday. You can even put your favorites in there, right? So don't get it twisted. Just because you like a super evil person doesn't mean that I'm going to look at that and be like, oh shit, you must be evil too if you relate to him. But I mean things like like the Joker, like if you thought he had an actual case for feeling the way he was feeling in the movie, put that in there. TV shows, animated movies, whatever. We're going to do a favorite villain, I guess, bracket. Next week, I'm going to have that drafted up before Sunday. So you have tonight, Saturday, and some parts of Sunday, because I try to put them out by Monday morning so we can get the voting going. So just make sure you get in there, because I'm telling you now, because what I don't like is throughout the week, when these polls be like in the third round of voting, people be like, what, no Purple Rain? Where the fuck was your antennas at?
This?
Where the fuck was your antennas at when the announcements were made and I was telling y'all to get in there and put your movies in there? So that's what we're not going to do. Oh, thanks. Look at this, man. I love this.
What about this? But
this is the feedback I love. Shout out to Bernice for tuning in. Thanks for the entertainment.
That was Bernice, yeah.
We're only doing this because y'all rock with us. So thank you so much for tuning in. So now that it's live, since Mike was like, you guys didn't live it, I am live telling you, go to the announcement tab and get in there and pick your favorite villains.
Go to the announcements and check it. Hey, but if you guys like what we're doing here, man, bring other people into the group. You know, I mean, we're a growing group, but the more the merrier, man, because I love interacting with people when we do these things. So, and I want the live shows to reflect like what our group is doing, because I really do. I don't even go on regular Facebook anymore. Like I'm doing the challenge that you did for your wife. Like I'm following suit on that for mine, but other than that, I'm hardly on. Like I don't even check my regular feed. No. I come straight to the smoke pit. You know what I mean? So, I love interacting with you guys. So, thank you for that.
Hold up, Taylor, you shouted it. What do you mean you did a shout out to your ALS class? Like when you did your graduation cross stage, you was like, "Yo, shout out smoke pit." Whoop whoop. So whoop, smoke pit.
Because that would be epic.
But yeah, so get that in. Make sure you vote for your villains, because come Monday, that bracket's getting made. All right?
Yep.
So with that being said, Black, do you have any final thoughts or questions you want to pose to the peoples?
Just go to teespring.com and can you post the link up there? So go to Teespring.
Yeah.
We do have a merchandise site to where you can go and you can purchase most of our gear. The Smoke Pit gear is on there. That Feeling gear is on there. That Feeling podcast gear is on there. So if you guys really like the show, support us. This goes back into what we bring out. This just makes our show better. And it's a way for you guys to support us and help us grow. So go to teespring.com and go to our merchandise and go get that merchandise. And yeah, man. Other than that, I do want to shout out not Taylor, Janie, Brooke.
Yep.
The patches. And I was going to surprise you with these, but I guess I'll show them to you live on the air. I think I sent you a picture of these too, but
surprise who?
If you know what these patches are, you.
Oh, bro, you.
So I was going to put these on there.
Yeah.
And did I?
Yeah, you sent me the picture with the lanyard and stuff. Bro, I was already hyped.
Yeah.
I'm already hyped, my guy.
Oh, well, shit.
Hold on, let me try and get the...
I guess I was too excited. Like, once those patches came in, I was like, oh, shit, we in business.
Oh, we in here. Yeah. So, because you were like, do you want me to mail it, or do you just want to wait till we get over to Dayton?
To Dayton. Oh, yeah.
I was like, man, just hold on to them till we get to the spot, bro. All right, let me go ahead and bring this link up for the Teespring real quick. But yeah, we're just trying to make some shirts and shit, you know. And if there's something that you do want to see, if there's something you do want to see on a shirt or whatnot, just let us know, and we'll try to get it made and whatnot. Like, we're not trying to pressure nobody or nothing like that, but, you know, let me copy this shit, y'all. Make me a banner. I'll be all on this. Add banner. Bow, there it is. That's the link to the t-shirts, Teespring. We got coffee mugs, cell phone cases, masks or face coverings. Let me just say face coverings. Hats are on the way. The funny thing is, like, when we do a design, they'll be like, do you want us to throw it on a sock? Do you want us to throw it on this, that? Just let us know what you want. Because at first we didn't have tank tops. And then the homegirl Jackie was just like, yo, do you have tank tops? So we just made some tank tops, you know? So it's whatever you guys want, man. Yep. If something comes across your mind, just let us know and we'll get it done. So yeah, there it is there. For me, final thoughts. Let me just do this. Let me just pause this because I don't want to get too deep. So yeah, today, obviously, 9/11, September 11th. We remember the tragedy that happened. 2001, September 11th, 2001. I was sleeping because I was out all night the night before. And I was staying over at my friend's house. His mom came, banged on the door, was like, yo, y'all turn on the news. They blowing up buildings. And I'm just like, yo, what is wrong with your mom? Why is she in here on this craziness? So we didn't pay it no mind. Then she came back in and was like, get up, turn on the news. They are blowing up buildings. So I'm like, if she's this hyped about it, are they blowing up buildings in San Diego where we currently live? Because then, you know, I'd be kind of more... the hell's going on around here? So we get up, we go downstairs, we see the first tower's already burning. The second plane crashes into the other tower live as we're watching it. And we're just like, yo, this shit is real. Now, for me, it hit because a couple months before this, I just was sworn into the delayed entry program for the Air Force. When I got sworn in,
So was I.
Yeah, when I got sworn in, we weren't at the threat of going to any war or anything crazy like that. When that happened, and because my dad was in the Marines and they were spinning up and they were doing all, I'm just like, yo, what happened? Like, is it too late to get out of of this thing? Because I ain't trying to just go see no war off the bat. Like, no, don't do this, bro. But that kind of changed the direction of how it was, because like it was never a thing. Anytime we went on base, like we never had to show ID card. You know, you just drive up, they'd be like, yo, come through, all that stuff. But all the things that changed on base, all the things that changed in the country, all the, like, remember you used to go to the airport and like you can get off the plane and like your family or your friends or something will be like right there as you're getting out the plane.
Yeah.
Or they can walk you all the way to the gate.
Yeah.
All that stuff that we took for granted, because it's horrible now to say bye at the ticketing counter and having to walk through and do all that other crazy stuff. You know, they used to be able to walk you straight to the plane and see the plane fly off and all that shit. But, you know, those days are long gone now. So, America has changed.
That's crazy, man.
I will say, to the brave men and women who did go in those towers and save the lives that they saved, knowing that they had to go up 50, 60 flight of stairs into a burning building, no elevator to come back down, like they may not come back out. So shout out to those guys.
Right.
Because I think about it, like, because I'm sitting there like, if I was an officer, could I have, knowing that I have a family, this little child that's waiting for me to come home, run up in there knowing that it was damn near a death sentence to save other people? Like, you know, you just have to be that kind of person to just do it unwillingly and naturally. So shout out to those guys, New York Fire Department, all that stuff, even the civilians that were helping out. So if you were affected by that, a family member who passed in that, because I know a couple of people who's had family members who were working in the trade centers that day that are no longer here because of some stupid, you know, terrorist, cowardly act to just do something like that. I hope that, you know, that they're resting in peace, that they're in a better place. Sad that they're gone. But I don't want to say that, you know, this whole show we are having fun and stuff. I don't want you to think that we're just not remembering in that of what happened, you know, almost 20 years ago, bro. It's crazy.
Yeah, 19 years ago today. So, yeah. I remember 9/11 because, like you, I was on the delayed entry program. I enlisted August 26th, 2001. I swore in that date.
Yep.
The next day, Aaliyah happened. So I remember 2001 just like it's vivid for me because I remember enlisting in the Air Force. The next day, Aaliyah dies, and then not too long after that, 9/11 happens. And I remember I was on NAS Jacksonville, Naval Air Station Jacksonville, because my sister and brother-in-law were in the Navy. So I was living with them because when I graduated in 2001. When I graduated, my mom was like, you got to get the fuck out. Like that night, it was just like, boom, boom, you're done. All right. So I moved to Jacksonville with my sister.
Yeah.
And while working, I ended up enlisting into the Air Force. So I was laying down asleep on the couch. I remember because I had worked late the night before. And then I went out with some friends, and my sister woke up, and it was about 9:30 in the morning. I remember that vividly. It was about 9:30 in the morning. Like, she woke me up. She's like, "Hey, a plane just crashed into the World Trade Center," and I was like, okay." Like, it didn't really register to me like what the fuck was really happening. And she was like, "Turn on the news." And like, so we turned on the news, and I shit you not, like a couple minutes later, that's when the second plane hit. And I was like, "This is a fucking movie, right?"
Yes, that's exactly.
She was like, "No, this is happening in real time." Yeah. Right? I was like, "This is a movie." Like, nah, this shit is actually happening. I'm like, "Yo, this is wild. Like, what the fuck is going on?" And then 10 minutes after that happened, the entire NAS, it went on lockdown. Like, everybody just went on lockdown. And then for the next couple of days was probably the eeriest shit that I had ever heard, because it was dead silent all around. This base was busy as fuck.
Yeah.
Like, between Mayport and NES Jacksonville was a lot of activity. It was always loud. Like, shit was always taking off. Like, we lived not too far away from the flight line, so you heard all that shit.
Yep.
And it was just eerily quiet. Like, nothing was happening. Even like at nighttime when nothing on base was flying, they had shit flying from the airport. Nothing. It was fucking quiet. And that was the most crazy thing I've ever seen, because that base was locked down. Nobody was getting out. Nobody was getting on. All the commissary and shit was closed, and like, that's where we did most of our shopping. Like, it was just wild, man. Like, I had never seen anything like that. And then I remember like, oh shit, they may actually call me and Hurley to go to the Air Force. So like, I'm like one of the first things I was actually prepared for in the military was to go to war, because I kind of like went in with the knowledge like, this is going to fucking happen.
Yeah,
like, they're going to fucking war. And then the talk around that time was like, yeah, we're going to fucking go to war. So, and I remember like now, like what I thought was a normal basic experience wasn't normal because of the circumstances. Like, they were training everybody. Like, nobody before us had went through this type of training, because like, now you got to learn how to do all this other extra shit. You know what I mean? Like, that's just crazy.
Yeah, man. All I remember is like, after watching that, we were just sitting there and like in disbelief, like, and he's looking at me like, "Dog, you gonna go to war?" And I was just like, I don't know what to do. Like, I just don't know what to do. Stores and stuff were shutting down, but one store was still open, and I went to that store and I bought. It's kind of odd because it kind of helped me get through the day, but all that craziness going on, I went to the store and bought because Jay-Z released the Blueprint that same day, and I went to the store and bought it.
You know what's funny? Like, out of all that, like, I do remember that, because I pirated the shit out of it because I couldn't go to the store.
Yeah.
That's how I learned the LimeWire.
I went to the store and it was so empty. Like, they were looking at me like, "Bro, what are you doing here? Like, do you not know planes are flying into buildings?" And I was just like, "Yeah, I saw, but you know, Jay-Z comes out, so I mean, can I get this album or nah?" And I mean, it is a huge Fry's Electronics in San Diego. It is a huge store. And like, I was the only one in there buying something. I don't know if they closed after I left, or I don't know, but it was eerily quiet. Like, I was
Yeah, it was.
There wasn't a whole lot of traffic on the street. Like, a lot of people just stopped what they were doing when that was happening. Like, they didn't know if a plane was going to fly into San Diego. Like, they didn't know, because they just like, planes are just flying into shit.
Right.
But yeah, being next to an air base,
right,
you're just like, You know, you don't hear planes taking off no more. You don't hear any. Well, actually, we heard some planes take off, but then after that, it was quiet. Like San Diego International was shut down. Nobody was flying out of that
Right.
shit. It was just a whole lot of military sorties going on, and it was just something crazy that just shaped how America operates today. Which, low key, I do miss the small things like lax airport security, but I mean, you got to do what you got to do to prevent crazy shit like that.
It's for
happening
the
from now on.
best.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's for the best.
But yeah, that's all I got. Again, shout out to the brave people who assisted and saved multiple lives at the cost of their own, having other people be able to make it to their family while they were not able to. So ultimate sacrifice doing that. That is all I got on that. To end it on a better note, go put your villain votes in. So next week's bracket can be just as live as this one was. And like my man Black said, man, just invite people.
This is awesome.
Just invite people through, man. Like there's no private thing. They don't have to answer no membership questions. Come through and just be ready to, you know, debate and give your opinions on the crazy stuff we put in here, like what restaurant has the best bread, you know. First 3 ats are your zombie apocalypse team, you know, just shit like that. Just come here to kind of escape real Facebook, if that's a thing, because real Facebook can get depressing. Don't run from real world problems and situations. Make sure you know.
No, definitely.
You know, you got to balance it, and we're just here for the fun side. You know what I'm saying? So, oh my God, my man Vuk, he was in Kuwait when this was happening, and he's like, you have no idea. There were no planes on the scope. Like it was, like people were probably thinking it's the radar broke, like that. But you know. We appreciate you guys rocking with us. I know we're trying to keep these at 2 hours, but I mean, if the show's rolling and it's flowing and we're having a good time, we're just gonna let the show flow, you know. So if it goes over, cool. Just know we're gonna chop these up.
Hey, you know what? You know what? I wanna point out something real quick too. Like the number of people that has been watching has been steady. You know what I mean? So thank you to everybody that has rocked with us for this entire show. And thank you for those that have come out and come back in, or if you're just joining, thank y'all for keeping the number steady. So we actually want to keep growing the number. I really don't care about it because I just want it to stay steady. Like if it's 3 people in here, you're going to get the same show. But I like to see it grow. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Most def, man. But yeah, I love y'all. I know it's a big chunk of your Friday. Not a big chunk, about 3 hours or whatnot. So I understand you can't sit and watch the whole thing, but it is available to watch. And what we're going to do is, like, after a week of it being on here, probably just delete the videos. And then just, if you want to see past shows, just go to the Dad Feeling Podcast YouTube channel, where the video will remain in full, unedited, all that good stuff. So that's what we're planning on doing. But again, thank you guys so much, man, for tuning in. Thanks, Vuk. Yeah, he knows. And Vuk, low key, that's how Caitlyn came up with it. Caitlyn came up with this. Black came up with this. He's like, the smoke pit is the place we all talk shit. So that's why we named the group in the potty that. So the podcast. You can't shorten podcast and make it sound cool. That's why we named the potty that. So
right.
All right. Everybody who tuned in, again, like I said, thanks. Like I said, just the show writes itself. You guys provide all the content. You know, we'll look and find some pop culture shit to talk about.
Yep.
You guys drive the show, and we love y'all for it. So, if you have nothing else for them, I am Mac, aka your boy.
This is your boy, Bread Like a King, made as Kelvin Kaylee. You guys have a great night.
That's right. Enjoy your weekend. Be safe and be kind to one another. Not like Ellen, because Ellen was not
Yes.
kind to her fans, but we're kind to one another. So be decent, goddammit. it. Let's start there. Everybody here, just be decent, and we'll work our way up. Y'all take care. Man.
We'll move from that.
Y'all take care.
Peace.
About to be on my way, but who all over there? Who all over there? Who all over there? Is it any hoes yet? Who all over there? Who all over there? Who all over there? Cause I ain't seen no post about it. Who all over there? Who all over there? Who all over there? What's the drink situation? Who all over there? You know I don't mess with everybody. Who all over there? Wanted to be a huckster boy like a kid on the block. Denise fine ass had